English. I'm very happy just to be working and looking forward to all the coverage. Have I mentioned it's here on ESPN Radio? Okay, so you're saying first 3 rounds. Mendoza, number 1 overall. I don't think Simpson is taken night 1. I think he waits till second round, and then will there be a third quarterback in the first 2 nights? I'll take a flyer. It's not a hot take, but he's been buried because of the injuries and because of the dip in production last year. I'll go LSU quarterback Garrett Nussmeier as the third quarterback, and that'll wrap up the first 2 days. 3 is your number. 3 is a magical number. 3 quarterbacks going in the first 3 rounds in your hometown. What's next?
Yeah, from my hometown to one of my favorite things to talk about, wrestling. I'm a huge wrestling fan. You're kind of an old school wrestling fan. We had WrestleMania this past weekend. Night 1, the main event was Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. That was the main event. Where would you you watched it? I know we've been talking about it a little bit. Where would you put that match in the grand scheme of things as matches in WrestleMania history?
Okay, you're being kind. You said kind of old school? That's like saying I'm kind of old. All right, my man, I'm going to flip the script. Wild card. See if you're paying attention here. Name the WWF manager when they were the WWF in the 1980s who helped the Wild Samoans win the World Tag Team Championship, James. Do you know? You need a lifeline.
Was that Captain Lou Albano?
Oh, beautiful. Now, I could have stumped you. I could have gone Grand Wizard. But yes, the star of MTV, Captain Lou Albano, I never understood why he had rubber bands on his face. I have to do some clock management here. In terms of Rhodes Orton all-time, and it was great to see our colleague Pat McAfee. Oh, that heel, he got his comeuppance. Here's my top 3. I'll do it quickly. Hogan, Rock 2002. Trying to avoid the 1980s as much as I can, even though, quote-unquote, I'm kind of an old-school fan. Here's one in your wheelhouse, young guy. Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Heartbreak Kid, back-to-back years. And then finally, you think I'm going to go Hogan, Andre the Giant, WrestleMania 3. Right card, wrong match, the greatest match in WrestleMania history, scientific wrestling, Randy, Macho Man Savage, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat put on a show at the Pontiac Silverdome. What's next?
What's next? I think you're right on with Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. That's the greatest match in WrestleMania history.
Well, I'm a kind of an old guy. We got time for one more.
Yeah, one more. You're out in L.A. Let's talk movies real quick. Tom Cruise announced he's making another Top Gun movie. And the first 2 films will be back in theaters for 1 week next month. What's the best role Tom has played in his outstanding career?
Okay, because I'm kind of old school. Of course, this is in my wheelhouse. And it is outstanding. He's going to play Maverick again. Look, I love movies. I tweet about them on the X platform as much as sports. In fact, I saw a good obscure movie. Bob Odenkirk, you know him from Better Call Saul. Also now an action hero, normal. Henry Winkler's in it, the Fonz. So how could it go wrong? You kids are going to talk Ethan Hunt. I want to live up to my expectation for being 117 years old. Best Tom Cruise roles. Counting them down like Casey Kasem. Number 3, Les Grossman and Tropic Thunder. I can see that dance right now. Too bad we're not on the simulcast. Number 2, Vincent in The Color of Money. Werewolves of London playing in the background. And finally, Joel in Risky Business being chased by Guido the Killer Pimp. And in 30 seconds, short version of the story, my old man worked hard as a sales guy. Bought a used Porsche. We saw that movie together. Spoiler alert. Joel puts the Porsche into a lake. My old man looks at me and says, if you touch my car, I break your face. And that's why at my advanced age, mid-50s, I still don't know how to drive a stick. The old man did not trust me. James, great work. I appreciate your help there, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. It was fun.
Kind of an old.
Well, you know what I meant that you were talking to me about this WrestleMania too. So
kind of old. A lot of people to thank, starting with James and the rest of the not ready for the simulcast on Disney Plus players. As always, appreciate Rich thinking of me along with Jerry Subwis, Our guests were outstanding. Nick Baumgardner, Mike Vorkanoff of The Athletic. My name is Brian Weber. Rich back with you tomorrow for comprehensive coverage of the pre-draft activity here on The Rich Eisen Show.
Hey, sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. The ESPN app is your home to thousands of live events, ESPN shows, and originals across every ESPN network in service. And now you can check if you already have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. Visit activate.espn.com to learn how to access your account or sign up, then start streaming in the ESPN app. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is just driving the kids to soccer practice. Make every day feel epic in an all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA-estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Because when you're hauling kids, gear, snacks, and backpacks, space matters. And so does comfort. Just make sure they keep their cleats off the seats. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for details.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed
Jordan Hankins. Is there a position group that has impressed you so far?
I think the D-line is very strong. There's a lot of guys that can play. There's a lot of old guys that have been here and played. Obviously, when you have the most returners at one position, that's the one that catches your eye first because they know the most. They've got the most experience. They've heard the same language. They've done all those things, and when you have as few new guys at that position, they obviously gel faster than some of the other groups that are a lot more new players.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, exclusively on Pirate Radio, Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, and on the Pirate Radio app.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Does this warm weather find you dreaming about weekends on the water? Make it happen with a boat loan from First Flight Credit Union. Whether you're upgrading your fishing boat, cruising with your family, or chasing sunsets, we offer competitive rates, flexible terms, and fast and local decisions, so you can spend less time waiting and more time boating. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, New Bern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary. All local residents are membership eligible. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This April, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Lease it now for $365 a month for 36 months. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Proud official partner of the ECU Pirates. Price does not include licensing costs or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires April 30th, 2026.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Register now.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street is open 7 days a week. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Line drive into right center field. Burris around third. He'll tie the game. Herring gets to third base. RBI single by Austin Irby.
This is the Pirate Nation, and we are Pirates because all you have to do to get anybody excited here is go, Purple!
You guys are rocking. Our city's awesome, and I love you guys.
Sumo Konbe hit, driven back, ECU standing tall.
The biggest thing about Pirate Nation is we kind of get it for as small a community as we are. We really get everybody involved.
Y'all are intimidating guys. I'm saying y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
We never lose a tailgate. That's the one thing. Undefeated.
Go Pirates! Yeah.
Live from the First Flight Credit Union Studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. You can find us on the Pirate Radio app, powered by Carolina Caliber. You can find us on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. Join in with the chat gang. What is on your mind on this Tuesday? How you feeling about Pirates and Monarchs coming up in Norfolk tonight? We'll talk about that. We'll talk some Pirate football on today's show. We got some Pirate hoops news as well as far as portal entries. We'll see if we can go down that list on today's show as well. But it's a big baseball show. Mike Mullis joins us hour number one. We'll also hear from the play-by-play voice of the Old Dominion Monarchs, Ted Alexander, at the tail end of hour number one. Brian Bailey will join us hour number two of today's show, as will Jennings Hall, former Pirate volleyballer, as we'll look at our Jennings Hall of Famers and Hall of Shamers for the week. Hour three, we got Bryce Williams and Brandon Manning. Bryce to talk some spring football, BMann to talk Pirate baseball, and a former South Central Falcon who went to UNCW, who is now a part of the Blue Jays organization, Trace Baker, going to join us on the show as well to talk about growing up playing baseball in Winterville and now making it to the minor leagues with the Blue Jays organization. So we got that coming your way. Shirley Rhodes is here. Intern Avery to my left, Jared Watkins, also known as J-Bone. Hey, Jared.
What's up, Clip? How you doing?
Doing great. And we got the Mully Man in studio here on a Tuesday. What's up, Mully?
Hey, buddy.
Mully, about an hour ago, I had one of the most random interviews I've ever had in my life. I'm not going to call it the most random. That was probably, Jared, with Norman Golden. Do you know who that is?
Can't say I do.
Norman Golden was the kid that starred with Sylvester Stallone in Cop and a Half.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
Bruce Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
Jesus Christ. We're all over the place.
I was thinking of Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Oh, jeez.
No, the kid from Cop and a Half.
Okay.
I think my buddy tweeted about that movie, and Norman Golden liked the tweet, and yada, yada, yada. I DM'd him, and we had him on the show.
Yeah.
And that was...
I mean, that's one of my favorite movie quotes. My friend Raymond can piss 8 feet.
There we go.
And then, didn't you interview the kid from Hook?
No. Rufio?
Yeah.
No, I would love to. Yeah, if anybody knows Rufio, let me know. But Mike Mullis, I think if anybody here, Shirley Rhodes is fired up about this one. Maybe you will be as well. I talked to Luther Campbell, also known as Uncle Luke, about an hour ago. Were you a Two Live Crew guy?
Yeah. I am very familiar with Two Live Crew. It was locker room music.
Yeah.
Certainly not something you wanted to listen if you're trying to impress a date. And if your date was impressed, you probably want to get her out of your car as quick as possible. They had some very colorful music back in the days. And please expand on how you came to talk to Uncle Luther.
Would love to. So we noticed on some of his social media, he was tweeting and posting about new East Carolina wide receiver Ray Joseph. So Shirley sent him a DM and said, hey, would you like to come on Pirate Radio, talk about Ray? And he said, yeah. So we had him on. He actually has been coaching football the last 20 years. He has now retired because he's running for Congress, Mully.
Okay.
And okay. But he coached Ray. So we talked about Ray Joseph. We talked about him coaching and a little bit about everything.
How old is he? He's got to be...
He's in his 60s.
Yeah.
Which I guess I shouldn't have been shocked by this, but like we're talking about one of the more controversial...
at the time?
The creator of like vulgar booty rap. And it was just like talking to a normal guy. I should have probably realized that, these guys are playing a character and everything. But
I think it was a phase of life. I don't know. At the time, it might not have been a character as much. But you think about it now, just watching any award show, music driven, he was just ahead of his time because that's all, that's what we get now, just in a standard, a music award show.
And also allegedly helping out Miami players in the 90s, was ahead of his time with that as well. We talked NIL.
He was the guy that was, he and the 2 Live Crew were arrested for performing in certain states, and they were told it was like a E60 or something on these guys, and to the point where, if you take the stage, we're going to lock you up. And they did. And they, but that was part of the deal. That was
one of the genesis for the parental adviry, I would think.
That's
too,
right. That would be his familiarity with Congress would be that ruling. And so, he's, but, you think about back then, it was them and NWA and, a lot of that was kind of when I don't know what the term shock rap. I don't know what.
Gangster
I don't know.
He was. It was the precursor to gangster.
He certainly was not gangster rap. It was
party
all about
rap,
the things that he wanted, and that kind of thing. So it was interesting.
Jamie said Luther on Howard Stern is a great watch. Howard Stern, Pirate Radio Live. It's all the same stuff. But we'll air that tomorrow. It'll be on YouTube as well. And I tell you what, he is fired up about Ray Joseph.
Yeah,
he mentioned some big names at receiver that he has coached and been associated with.
It was he said Amari Cooper. You ever heard of him? I think I've heard of Amari Cooper. Yeah,
well, we know him.
Quite familiar with him.
But yeah, that was really cool. He was fun to talk with.
Did he lead on that he would be attending some games?
Yes,
the FAU game.
So is that here or there?
That's here, and it's the last game of the season.
And he said he wants to kick their butt. I guess he's
beat their brains out.
Yeah, he's. But he'll be coming to Greenville.
Potential halftime entertainment there with. The 2 Live Crew, they're not quite as live as they weren't, once.
I was going to say, yeah. And when I brought 2 Live Crew up, he's kind of chuckled and said I hadn't been with 2 Live Crew. It's almost like he's living a different life.
Sure he is.
Sure. That was a past life for him. All right, real quick, Pike says he liked the stream. Appreciate you, Pike. And is ready to see the Pirates win tonight. They've done it before against ODU. I'll try to do it again. Jamie says, hey now. Anybody want to apologize for all the crap they were talking about me wearing a Blue Jays hat yesterday while the Hurricanes played a Canadian team? Got a lot of crap in the chat about
Not
that.
as bad as Brian Bailey, who wore a red tie the morning of the NC State game.
Son of a gun. That Bailey. Jerry says, hello. Says, we are the Pirate Radio Live chat gang. He said, the Canes game took my breath away last night. The Canes win game 2 in double overtime. Shout out Chandler Honeycutt for grabbing me a towel. I asked him to do so, and he did. He was at the game. Shirley, do we have the final goal? We don't.
But she'll get it.
But that's why I asked instead of saying play the final goal. Let's see. Brooke, the bus driver going to Raleigh anytime soon? Would that be me? Probably not. But J-Bone.
Yeah, I need the Canes to lose one in Ottawa.
Game 5.
Game 5.
You got tickets?
Mm-hmm.
Ready to go. Did you watch any last night, Mully?
No, I didn't.
What will it take for you to watch a Canes game?
I just have to remember its own. Kind of got to start there. But I had on an MLB network last night, just kind of,
Braves are rolling. Everybody else in the NL East stinks.
How about the Mets?
How about the Mets?
Is it not just awesome?
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, it is. It doesn't.
Where's Mike Ward?
Oh,
are you listening, Mike?
Poor guy.
Yeah,
he's such a good dude. Kevin O'Sullivan, a huge Mets fan, and not the one from Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But they are just a absolute dumpster fire.
I'm not even like a baseball guy, and I was sitting at Cuccinella's getting lunch, and it's like the worst losing streak since 2004 for the Mets, and it just put a smile on my face.
The only team worse than them is probably Kansas City right now, but the Mets are, with the payroll they've got and the ineptitude that they display on a game by game basis it's comical.
Yeah.
Real. We'll get back to baseball in a moment, but right now, Canes win in double OT.
Uses his stick. Martinook across. Ehlers can't get the shot off. Miller's open. Shot. Saved by Omar. Hit some bodies in front. Stahl was there. Back to Keandre Miller. Miller to Ehlers. Slot shot. Jordan Martinook in double overtime.
Martinook had a chance to win it earlier on a penalty shot. It was saved, but he comes back.
The game-winning goal in the first overtime was taken back.
Good grief. There was a lot going on. The Canes had a 2-0 lead, lost that lead.
Yeah.
Won in overtime, goal called back, and then eventually won in double overtime to take a 2-0 series lead.
Every game I watched last night gave me chest pains. Hawks, Knicks, Nuggets, Timberwolves, and Canes, Senators. It was a fun night of sports.
We'll see if we can slip in an NBA segment because I have questions about those games. All right, Mully.
Clip you, but before you move on from hockey, you may remember this. We had a player at Pitt back in the day whose dad was a big exec with Fox Sports when they used to carry all the Canes games. Game 7, they won it here in what did in Raleigh, Game 7, 15 years ago, something like that?
2006.
Okay, 20 years ago. I had tickets for that game. Nick Hogan, the player, said, "Hey, Coach, I got these extra tickets. It's for tonight's game. Do you want to go?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. Leave them under your trash can at your apartment, and if I want them, I'll go get them." 5 tickets, center ice. Okay, so
Game 7 of Stanley Cup.
Game 7 of Stanley Cup.
That's how big of a deal Mully is.
So I go. I actually reached out to a friend and was like, "Hey man, I got these tickets. I can go pick them up if you want them. I'll go pick them up and give them to you." He's like, "For tonight's game?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Man, how much do you want for them?" I said, "Nothing. I got them for free." And I was like, "No big deal." And I honestly knew it was Game 7. I knew it was Game 7 Stanley Cup. The next thing you know, the Stanley Cup's visiting Greenville or whatever, and I'm like, "Oh, cool! I didn't even have to go see it. It came here." But it is not that I dislike hockey. I don't understand it enough. It is the one sport I will say that I wish I would have played growing up that I didn't play. I think it would have been, to me, it was like kind of like football on ice. But I've just never acquired the taste.
It is really fun to. Have you been to a game?
No
game.
I've never been.
I've been to an ECU club hockey game, which was fun.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that was kind of a thing back in the early days of Pirate Radio. We would pile up and go over to the skating rink and go to the club games. And I've been to a Checkers game or whatever it was called, the minor league hockey.
I went to the Raleigh Ice Caps that played in Dorton. Did you go?
No, this was in Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah,
Charlotte
Checkers still. Bojangles Coliseum.
Right.
I've been to a tractor pull there. I've been to a circus there, and I've been to a hockey game there. And maybe went to see Striper. I don't know if you remember the band Striper there. But anyway, yeah.
They opened for 2 Live Crew?
Christian Hard Rock.
Oh, okay. No, they did not.
Quite a bit different.
Seen Ric Flair wrestle there.
Woo. All right. Lane says, what is Mully's honest opinion on the ECU baseball team?
I'm not excited about right now.
First, your dishonest opinion, and then your honest opinion. I feel like Mully's pretty honest with us every week.
Yeah, listen, man. Part of me feels for them because I do know the amount of work that the staff and that the team puts into it. I feel like this is probably to this point a greatly underachieving team. Obviously, we have to talk about the injuries if we talk about the team, and that kind of that line is what it is, and it kind of gets old. I know it gets old for the staff to talk about. Nobody wants the injuries. The areas I'm a little disappointed in, probably if I were to start off, just lack of power production from the offense. Looked the other day, Georgia's sitting at like 110 home runs, and we're at 37.
Man,
which now Georgia's on a torrid pace, but the guys that you would think, Kobe Wallace 1 home run to this point, Austin Irby with 3 or 4, and largely they're kind of garbage home runs in moments that didn't really matter. I would like to see some adjustments made holistically with the offensive approach from the standpoint of doing what East Carolina's always done by taking advantage of all 3 strikes and all 3 outs in the inning and not kind of cashing one in. But it's been a little underwhelming. It quite frankly, at times it can be hard to watch, even in a win. It can be very difficult to talk about, to try to keep it as entertaining as possible. But I think overall just a little bit underwhelming, and still hopeful that we see something amazing happen at the end of the season like we did last year when a 1-0 college ball game defines or ends your season and only 1 game away from going to a super regional. So certainly not all hope is lost. They're kind of where they need to be in the conference, and it's all about finishing in the top, preferably the top 2, certainly no worse than number 4. And then go see what happens, down in Clearwater.
I talked to you briefly Saturday night, Mully, and then Jarrett yesterday, and y'all kind of said the same thing. Like, you feel like, well, this season, could be a wasted year, yet you're 1 game out of first place, and you realize there's a lot to play for when it comes to conference regular season and certainly the postseason and getting to the tournament.
Well, the asterisk on the 1 game out of first place is that it's UTSA and they hold the tiebreaker. So theoretically, to overtake them, depending on what happens with, quite frankly, them and UAB in the last series of the season, depending on what happens there, because we hold the tiebreaker against UAB.
Did beat them twice.
You would have to. Again, you'd have to have 3 more wins than UTSA to make that not matter.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of baseball left. These 3 teams could not even be in the top 3.
Yeah, I had a conversation with a college coach today in the Sun Belt, and he was asking me what my take on the American Athletic Conference as a whole is. And I feel like it's down. I feel like it's I just don't feel like we're seeing the talent that we saw even last year, which is wild because 50% of these guys on rosters are new guys across the conference. He kind of felt the same way about the Sun Belt, and it's interesting because do you attribute it solely to the portal, and are we passing on freshmen that are actually better players than what you're getting some retreads out of the portal? I don't know. It's obviously an inexact science, but something is in the water because it seems to be throughout college baseball a couple things. Number one, most every team, maybe the top 2 or 3%, the Carolinas of the world, who just played a very consistent level. Everybody else is terribly up and down. There's a tremendous number of injuries, and all the conferences seem to be a little bit diluted.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like this in the major 3 sports. Like football was top heavy with this conference. Basketball was bad, and it just seems like baseball is the same, where it's just like everybody's just in this huge clunk of teams.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I think you're seeing the dissemination of the talent just being pushed out, and so some of these Sunday games. Again, you just don't see many sweeps in college baseball. It's just nowhere near the numbers it has been, but. Yeah, it's been a frustrating season, and I think we're still a little bit hungover from last year's frustrations, although the end of the year went fantastic, but it still feels a little bit like here we go again.
I know why you brought up the entire conference. You want Tim Pernetti on the hot seat.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Kind of, but I mean, like, he was up for the executive director of the NFLPA.
Took his name out of that.
After they already hired somebody else, yeah.
No, took his name out of that. And I had another point. Oh, Sunday. This is partly my fault. Going into the year, I said we're going to dominate Sundays because of our pitching depth and lack of pitching depth for others. And here we are. We are struggling to win on Sundays.
I tell you what, though, when you talk about the beginning of the season to where things are, if you could play and listen, everybody does it. You play the what-if game. And that starts on the mound, and if you add Van Kempen and you add Weber back, and then you see what Luke Payne has turned into, other than his last outing was a little bumpy. Last two outings, Norby's been kind of what you expect of Norby. Then you've got Sean Jenkins, Gavin Marley, Ethan Rose. You've got Moran going to take the ball tonight and get him what he can get him. You start looking at that. If you could play that game and then you go Braxton Trammell, you go Peltier. You get healthy Linehan.
Vogely.
Who knows what Vogely would have been. It's still so many things. But listen, you can dream about that, but that certainly doesn't help you between the lines.
Pirates and Monarchs. East Carolina took care of business against them last time. Who's pitching tonight? Nick Moran on the mound tonight for the Pirates.
And I don't expect him to go long. Banged up shoulder still. Just going to go out there and try to gut through it. Would imagine at some point, it's probably Sean Jenkins. He was, as CG has said, was a little banged up, had a little sore arm. They gave him a fair amount of rest at this point. I mean, he had a fairly significant load. He and Ethan Rose and Gavin Marley, Joe Webb. I forgot to mention his name a minute ago, but those guys have eaten a lot of innings collectively. I mean, I think Webb's probably sitting at 35, 37 innings right now. It's a pretty good load for being 4 weeks left in the season. So, tonight, I mean, they just go out there and get it. Hopefully we'll, offensively that will show up and maybe take a little pressure off of the pitching staff. But I tell you what, I do expect tonight, and I expect a very long baseball game.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
not
a 11-0 run rule like we saw.
I think it's going to be. I think it's got a chance to be a well into the evening.
Thank God they're on the road.
We got a real chance here for a Big Ten sweep. We had Indiana with football. We had Michigan basketball, UCLA women's basketball. And I saw, Mully, that I believe UCLA is undefeated in Big Ten play in baseball this year.
Yeah, they're I mean, you got them. You got Carolina's playing at a different level. I mean, they just absolutely mopped the floor with Georgia Tech this weekend, taking 2 out of 3. One of those was a run rule affair. But you do have the consistent performers at the very top, but it's everybody else's. I mean, LSU is just decimated with injuries and just has fallen off the face of the earth. And I mean, it's even if you remember back to last year, LSU makes a late push to get into the postseason. Actually, going to Chapel Hill is like at least a 2 and maybe a 3. But it's just, I don't know, man. It's a strange time. It's a strange game right now, and it's hard to develop culture, and it's hard to microwave culture. You can't really force it to happen as teams are having to do. And you look across like at East Carolina, Cliff's always been able to instill things and watch these guys grow into these roles. But we're still looking at Braden Burris' sophomore, Irby's sophomore. I mean, there still is some youth that's out there that are in big key spots. But they added so many of these transfer guys that – they've been exposed to so much. They're not going to be quite as spongy as a freshman. They're not going to be quite as absorbent of the message as a freshman because you just don't have the time to get there with them.
Mike Mullis joining us, Pirate Radio Studios. Anything else going on in the world of sports you were following, Mully?
Exciting finish at the RBC this past weekend. That's kind of a weird tournament because it's always, it's the tournament after the Masters, so it's kind of got a little bit of a JV feel to it. But you had Chef in there make a run at Fitzpatrick. Ultimately was the winner, but it goes into a playoff. And so anyway, that was a lot of fun. But other than that, man, it's pretty. My life is pretty wrapped up in baseball.
All right, indeed.
This moment.
Well, we will let you run. Appreciate
good high school game tonight over at South Central. NDH Conley getting together over at South Central. I think Rose has got maybe Jacksonville.
We're going to show a little love to Corey Skinner and Aiden Grifton later this week. He'll join us on the show.
Awesome dude. Coach Skinner's a really good dude and really good coach. Aiden Grifton softball's having a fairly high level of success. I know that last week they were still undefeated, if I'm not mistaken, but I know that they have certainly played very, very well. So again, man, Pitt County Diamond Sports, Conley keeps kind of rolling along in softball, and just kind of keeps the tradition continues.
Well, highlight that with Trace Baker. Do you remember him playing ball around these parts?
I do.
Yeah, Winterville guy. Said he played Winterville Little League, not Greenville. So, hey, respect on that. Same here. All right. Thank you, Mully.
Yeah, man.
We'll see you back on the call when?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
All right. We'll check you out on ESPN Plus. Let's take a break. Come back. Got more baseball interviews to get to. Trace Baker, Ted Alexander back with you after this.
Hi, I'm sure you heard the bells and whistles next door. We're just securing your neighbor's house with the smart home features like cameras and security.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, hi, yes, I'm Mike with SCI Technologies. You know, Eastern North Carolina's premier security provider. We do fire alarm, audio, video, and security.
Oh, how can you help me?
Give us a call, 252-321-7006 for a complimentary quote, or you can email us at info@sciteks.com.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson, with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen in Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you. Humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021 for a roof that's built to last and service you can trust. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie. Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
Hey Pirate Nation, warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Come celebrate the next big Pirates win at the Rick House. The Rick House is Greenville and Eastern North Carolina's premier American-themed restaurant.
I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at the Rick House. Come see us for a big city feel right here in Greenville. I guarantee you'll have a great experience.
We feature the very best bourbons around. Our made-from-scratch pastas are to die for, and nobody does steak like the Rick House. We also feature an early dining special from 4 to 6. Come see us at the Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
This is Carson Wissenhunt, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for quality roofing you can trust? Call the Boone Group Roofing, proudly serving all of Eastern North Carolina. Owned and operated by Toot Boone, they offer no money down and back their work with a 5-year workmanship warranty. Find them on Facebook and Instagram to see their latest projects and satisfied customers. When it comes to your roof, don't settle. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game. Call Toot today at 714-0021. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live in the First Flight Credit Union studios here on a Tuesday. Shirley Rhodes, intern Avery, Jared Watkins. We got ECU and ODU coming up tonight in baseball. Pirates got them the first time around. We'll see if they can make that happen again tonight. It was 11-0 in 7 last time.
And Mully said this might be a long one.
Yeah, could be runs aplenty.
What time does it get started?
This particular game?
Yeah.
You're talking about tonight?
6?
Let's go 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Yep.
All right.
And here to preview it for the Monarchs' point of view is Ted Alexander, play-by-play voice at ODU. Talked to him earlier today. Here's that conversation. Joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, Ted Alexander, voice of the ODU Monarchs. Get you ready for some baseball going on tonight in Norfolk. Ted, how you doing, man?
I'm doing wonderfully. Happy Tuesday to you. A little chillier than it has been the last couple of days, but we'll play on.
There we go. We are trying to figure the weather out day by day. It gets a little chilly. I think it's going to be 90 later this week, so who the heck knows. But hopefully a good night for baseball. And you got a couple of teams here with winning records. The Monarchs right now a game over 500, Ted. So how would you kind of summarize what you've seen from ODU baseball so far this season?
Well, they're trying to get more consistent. They're trying to throw more strikes. They're trying to catch the ball and throw it correctly. And they're trying to get hits that are timely. And they're getting better at it. They've won their last 4, won their first Sun Belt Conference series of the season this past weekend at home over Georgia Southern, 3-0. Add that to a win over Richmond. So the winning streak's 4, the longest of the year. And again, it comes down to fundamentals. Just, you throw strikes, give your fielders a chance to make plays, and you give yourself a chance to have success.
Ted, the Pirates came into the season with a lot of depth at pitching. That depth has evaporated with injuries, so midweek's always an adventure. We'll see what they throw out tonight. But how about ODU? Are you expecting multiple arms to be seen for the Monarchs tonight?
I would think so. And the thing is, whether you're up 10, down 10, or scoreless or whatever, these are opportunities for the guys at the back end of the rotation to show the coaches that they can get it done. And tonight against an ECU team that knows what they're doing and dried, rolled, and smoked the Monarchs when they played earlier this season down in Greenville. The thing is, you got to be able to throw the strikes. When the Monarchs were run-ruled by the Pirates down there in Greenville, 7 walks, hit 2 guys, an error, 3 unearned runs, and that's just not winning baseball, and you can understand why it was a laugher that night.
We know the Sun Belt Conference is a tough one. Who is right now, at the top of that conference? What's it looking like at the top tier of the Sun Belt this year?
Top tier is Coastal Carolina's leading the way. They made it all the way to Omaha last year. You've also got Southern Miss in the top 15 when it comes to national RPI. The Monarchs are scratching to get into the 10-team tournament down in Montgomery at the end of the year. And if they can keep performing like they did this past weekend against Georgia Southern, they'll have a shot this week. It's down to Atlanta for Georgia State.
Ted, give me some names of some bats in the lineup to watch out for tonight. You said the Monarchs are playing about as good as they have all year. Who has been leading to that success?
Well, Zach Late is second in the Sun Belt in RBIs. He's got 50 runs batted in. The average for Late is 333, and he's playing well. Efren Morales has gotten back into the lineup on an everyday basis. He's He's been the leadoff guy, designated hitter, and he's just one of those guys that always gets good swings and always gets a good look. Doesn't get on all the time, doesn't get hit every time, but he never gets cheated. Let's put it that way. And he's batting .353 for Old Dominion. Tyler Zadalis is the leading home run guy. He's got 9 thus far this season, and it's interesting. The hitting wealth, if you will, has been spread out a little bit more, and that takes some of the pressure off the guys that were being counted upon too much earlier in the season. When you get more guys attacking and succeeding, you've got a tougher lineup to defend.
Ted, ECU will switch gears for a moment and circle back to baseball. Pirates just wrapped up spring ball on Saturday, and we were out there. We got a few answers, but I think still more questions than answers as we sit here in April. How about ODU? Have you checked in on spring football at all?
Had our spring game this past weekend, a beautiful day, and to watch guys run drills. Anybody who thinks they're going to come up with really much after watching a spring game is mistaken here in 2026. It's just not only are the new guys getting blended in, there are more new guys to come at the end of summer, at the beginning of summer. And so it's all when you're trying to find new guys to fit in with the returnees, it's always a crapshoot, and even more so one in this day and age with the portal, et cetera.
Very good point. And, we need to change the name of spring game. It's spring practice, spring drill, spring closing, whatever. It's not a game, I can tell you that, whatever we saw here on Saturday.
Well, and I think you'll see fewer and fewer programs having what they call a real spring game. You don't want to get guys injured. And now the portal scheduling has helped it be a more realistic spring practice or culmination of spring practice. But I don't think a lot of the big boys are going to continue with it just because of the risk of injury.
Ted, when I think ODU, some names come to mind. Obviously, Justin Verlander, but from a basketball standpoint, Kent Bazemore, who's from Eastern North Carolina. So I'll ask you about hoops. I know the Pirates have added a few additions via the portal. Have you kept up with that? Because good grief, it's a whole new world now with college athletics. You've been keeping up with the transactions with ODU basketball. How's it going?
Well, the thing about keeping up with the transaction, of course you do to a certain extent, but what are these guys going to do when it counts?
Yeah.
Come basketball season. I mean, they're all wonderful guys, and they all have wonderful numbers and those types of things. But before I place judgment on any of them, you want to see them in a game and how they do. How do they play together? Are they willing to work? Are they willing to have their role and let other guys have other roles? And we've seen in the past, sometimes you get great kids with great numbers who have a horrible basketball IQ, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, well said, well said. We'll know a few months from now, but certainly not right now. Ted, we'll wrap it up. As you said, Pirates won the first meeting. What happens if this one goes different tonight? What needs to happen for ODU?
Throw strikes. Make the Pirates earn whatever they're going to get. Have competitive at bats. Go up there and realize that you're playing better. You are better than you were when the two teams met down in Greenville, and just go out there and see how you do against a team the caliber of East Carolina. It's always, whether you're 9-6 in the American or 15-0, ECU always brings it. And if you can show well against the Pirates, you can show well against the rest of the Sun Belt, and that's the mission.
We'll have some purple and gold up there, Ted. Any recommendations for folks that are coming to the area? Some to eat, some to see?
Well, the nice thing is, although the renovations continue, and it's going to be a funky spot for your broadcast crew, and it's kind of funky because there are no bleachers behind home plate. The only stands are out beyond left field and beyond right center field. But they do have the grills hopping. And the beverages tasted pretty good on Friday night, at least if I remember correctly. And so it's always a good time when you get out there and just come on out and have some fun and cheer on your team.
All right. You had Pirate fans at beverages, so they'll be fine, Ted. Ted, thank you for joining us, man. We'll reconnect with you maybe later this year and talk more football with you.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Ted Alexander joining us, and we'll talk to Ted probably this summer when we start our opponent previews, and in the fall as well.
Football.
When we talk football. We'll talk football with Bryce Williams coming up later on in the show and hear what Mitch Griffiths and Emory Williams had to say following the spring drills.
Yeah, scrimmage game practice.
Trying to leave out the word game. It wasn't much of a game.
Scream.
Scream?
Scream.
All right, spring scream.
Scream.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll hear from Trace Baker, who is a former Pitt County baseball player at South Central, went to UNCW, now with the Blue Jays organization. We'll hear his story when we return. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
Doug Henry of Greenville is your premier used car dealership with over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily to take care of all your needs. Doug Henry offers the best selection of used cars around, and it's easy to find right on the corner of Greenwood Boulevard and Memorial Drive. You can also find them at DougHenryofGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time for bats, balls, and turkey calls. Working on that grand slam? Swing into turkey season with a perfect shotgun to knock that gobbler out of the park. Brite, Mossberg, Weatherby, Savage, Beretta, Rossi, CVA, and Browning, you name it, we've got it. Choosing the largest selection in Eastern NC. We'll make you blow fans away. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles? How about tighten or lift your skin? Want a smoother skin texture or get rid of brown spots? Combining personalized treatments, expert training, and a deep passion for skin health, Beauty Bar MediSpa is dedicated to enhancing your skin and boosting your confidence from the inside out. Contact the licensed professionals for a free consultation and ask about their newest technologies and treatments. Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Ready to play a little kickball? Robbie's Clubhouse, a place for special needs adults and children, will host their annual kickball tournament on Saturday, April 25th from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Sarah Law Softball Complex located on Reedy Branch Road in Winterville. Come join the fun while helping the special needs community by joining us as a friendly kickball. To register a team, visit eventbrite.com and search Robbie's Clubhouse or call 252-916-9117. And we'll see you Saturday, April 25th.
This is Alex Harper, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for a great meal in the heart of downtown Greenville? Well, come on down to 5th Street Hardware and Tap Room. Whether you're craving a juicy burger, fresh seafood baskets, or a tasty sandwich or wrap, they've got something for everyone. Grab a bite with friends, relax on the patio, and enjoy the cozy, welcoming atmosphere. The next time you're in downtown Greenville, make it a point to visit 5th Street Hardware. Great food, great company. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clipper On.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. I don't know why Jared just said Alex Harper, but it reminded me of...
He was the liner.
Oh, that's what it was. This is Alex Harper. Alex was at the game last night, and he was feeling it after the game.
Was it kind of like the West Virginia thing? When we called him at the West Virginia game?
I can't hear anything going on. He looked way more drunk in this one.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
Here's Alex Harper after the game. Alex Harper screaming into his phone after the Hurricanes defeating the Senators in double overtime. All right, Shirley, let's get back to the interviews. Talk to Trace Baker. You set this one up because you know him or his family personally.
I know his family personally. His aunt, Stacy, and I went to high school together. We played softball together, but I've known his dad. He was a couple of years older than us, so we didn't have a whole lot of interaction, but I've known that family for a long, long time, and I don't know why I didn't put two and two together that it was the same Trace Baker. When I saw the Blue Jays signing, I didn't realize it was him because it had been a while since I'd seen him, and he'd grown quite a bit. He's quite a tall dude. So I reached out, see if I could get him on, and he said yes.
Talked to the former South Central Falcon and UNCW Seahawk, now with the Blue Jays organization. He has a thing for birds. And here is that chat. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, former Pitt County native, a South Central Falcon, a UNCW Seahawk, now with the Blue Jays organization. He is Trace Baker. Trace, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing good. I'm a Braves fan, but I'm a hat guy. So this was a happy accident. I'd forgot we were going to talk today. So when I went to work this morning before I left the house, threw on this sweet Blue Jays alternate lid, but it was a happy accident. So I'm repping the brand today.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad on you either.
Trace, let's talk about your baseball life, man. I'm a Winterville resident. I went to Conley because South Central wasn't a school when I graduated at Conley in 2000. But tell me about growing up in Pitt County. So were you born and raised in Greenville, Winterville?
Yeah, born and raised in Winterville. Grew up playing baseball in Winterville. Went to South Central and then kind of took off from there.
So did you play Winterville Little League or Greenville Little League?
I played Winterville. It's not Little League, it's Cal Ripken, but played over in Winterville.
Yeah, okay. So I was Winterville as well, and was always jealous of my buddies who played Greenville Little League because they had the field and the headlines in the paper. How about when you were coming up? Was there and look, I loved Winterville Little League. I'm kind of joking, but was there any jealousy of your Greenville Little League buddies at all?
Yeah, no, Winterville's great. It's definitely a great league, but Greenville's got Guy Smith and the cool uniforms and get to play in the World Series and all that fun stuff. But Winterville's definitely a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, love my time playing with my best friends in Winterville baseball. So South Central, man, what's it like going to? First of all, South Central, great baseball program, but you got Conley, you got Rose. Heck, we'll talk to Corey Skinner from Aiden Grifton later this week. They're having a great year. Just such a baseball-rich community. What was it like coming up in that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of fun. You grow up playing with guys that go to all the different high schools, and then you end up playing against them. It's just a great environment to really push yourself and compete, which is what I think is the most fun part about high school baseball.
There was very little travel showcase baseball. It was just coming on when I was coming up. Not that I was good enough to be on those teams anyway, Trace. But how about you? Did you play any showcase baseball coming up?
Yep, I played for Premier Showcase Baseball, which later transitioned to Precision, a local team coached by Donnell Albritton. A lot of good dudes on that team. And then I ended up playing for the Canes for one year with Jason Mills. He got me up there. He was the pitching coach, and that helped me out a lot.
Was Premier, was that at a Terrence Copper's place?
It was, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, Terrence a great dude, and that's really cool. And then Coach Mills, yeah, we had him on a couple weeks ago, and we've talked about what he's done with the Canes over the years. But man, when you're on that roster, you're playing against guys that hopefully, like yourself, are going to be in the big leagues in a few years, right?
Absolutely. I wasn't on the big dog team or anything, but the big dog team had I think there's 3 dudes that are in the big leagues right now. It's 2 or 3 dudes, so it's crazy going from just playing with a hometown team to going to playing with future big leaguers for sure.
Trace, how about your recruitment? What kind of options did you have coming out of South Central? Who were you looking at? Who was looking at you?
Out of high school was a couple smaller schools. Nothing that I really saw myself doing for 4 years and being happy. So I chose to go JUCO. It was mostly a lot of JUCOs that recruited me. Ended up at Catawba Valley Community College, which was probably the best decision I made in my baseball career.
And then on to UNCW, which is similar to East Carolina. They love their baseball in Wilmington. So what was it like spending some time there?
I mean, it's a great place to go to school, great place to play baseball. They've got a lot of great people with that program. Just everything about it is pretty top tier. I really enjoyed my time there.
All right, tell us about the draft and being selected by the Blue Jays. Is that an anxious time for you? How much did you know beforehand going in that, hey, maybe this team, this organization will be interested? What was your process like there with the draft?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely don't prepare you for how nerve-wracking and how much anxiety goes into the whole thing, because you're kind of just sitting there waiting, and it's not like it's over in 30 minutes. You got to sit there
it's
for
a long wait.
2 days.
Yeah.
So we knew going in that the Blue Jays liked me, along with a handful of other teams. So we were just kind of waiting on it to happen. We knew there was a good shot, that some things were going to happen, and then it ended up happening.
So I guess you're communicating with friends and family, but did you have an agent at the time as well? Was that where the talks were coming from?
I did, yep.
Yeah, and you get picked there, and then I guess it's off to what, Florida after that, or where did you go after being drafted?
Yeah, I think the draft was Sunday, Monday maybe, and then I was on a plane on Wednesday going down to Florida. So it was a quick turnaround.
And are you with Vancouver currently?
I am. I just got up here.
All right, awesome. We just had Carter Cunningham on last week, former Pirate, who is hammering the baseball right now. And what's it like when you join a new team like that? And because everything is so individualized when you get to professional baseball. So as people tried to bring you in and everything, make you feel part of the club, what's that like?
Yeah, it's definitely tough. I was in Dunedin for 2 weeks, getting into a groove, getting to know my teammates and all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden I'm on a plane flying all the way over here. But when there's guys like Carter Cunningham and Tucker Toman and just really good dudes, they make it super easy to adjust and kind of fit your way into a new team.
Yeah, I believe Carter, when we talked to him last week, said hey to some dude from New Bern. I don't know who that was, but pretty cool to have a Eastern North Carolina connection, I guess, there.
Yeah, Danny Thompson.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, good stuff. Trace, when you were coming up, who were some of your baseball heroes? Who were some guys you maybe tried to pitch like or just at least enjoyed what they did on the mound?
I was always a Max Scherzer guy, which is weird because he plays for the Blue Jays now. But just the intensity that he pitches with is something that I've always tried to kind of model my game after.
he's borderline psycho on the mound. Do you go into that mode?
No.
You seem like a very laid back dude, but do you have a different personality between the lines?
Yeah, try to get like a little alter ego going. I haven't made it quite to his level yet, but maybe one day.
What's your strength, Trace? How hard do you throw, and what pitches? How many pitches you got right now?
I'm like low mid nines. I think I have 5 different pitches. I only throw about 3 of them most of the time, but a couple fastballs, a couple sliders, change up.
So you say you got 5. Is that you want to make sure they're fine-tuned enough to use in a game, or do you say you want to break one of those out? Who do you talk to? The pitching coach, the manager? How does that work?
I'm not breaking out any new ones or anything like that. It's just as a reliever in like a short reliever, especially, you're not trying to give up hits on your 4th and 5th best pitch. So, you're going to run out there and throw your best stuff. So, like when I was starting at UNCW a little bit, I'd get into all of them, but it's more case dependent as of now.
Obviously focusing on yourself and making sure you're doing the best you can. How much scouting is available in the minors? Like I said, Carter's on a tear right now. If you're trying to not let him beat you, how much information is there on opposing hitters for you to look at? Or again, is it more just about yourself?
There's definitely a fine balance. I mean, the Blue Jays do a great job. We have a software that we use that can get near about any kind of data that you want on any hitter. So there's that part of it where the information's there for you to use, but then at the same time as a pitcher, you can't try to go attack batters' weaknesses if it doesn't match up with your strengths.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you got to pitch to your strengths and then just make good pitches, and then hopefully you win that bat.
I love asking you guys about the ABS because you want every strike you throw to be a strike. You also want the one where you miss by a millimeter off the black to be a strike as well. So what's your thoughts on the ABS, and have you experienced it yet as a pitcher?
Yeah, we had it in Dunedin. We don't have it up here in Vancouver yet, but I'm a fan of it. I like especially when there's a call that maybe the umpire knows he messed up on or something like that, where everybody in the park kind of knows that it was the wrong call. It's good to reverse that. But then a couple weeks ago, we were at St. Lucie, and I got one of the ones that was the less than 0.01 inches off the plate, and that hurts a little bit,
Yeah. Yeah, you painted that line, but painted just outside the lines, I guess.
Yeah.
Trace, did you play any other sports at South Central, or were you all baseball?
I didn't in high school, but I used to play a little bit of basketball.
Yeah. Found out baseball was more. Did you ever dunk? How tall are you, Trace?
I'm like 6'4", but I can't jump. So that was the end of that.
I got you. What's look? Hopefully, you have a long career ahead of you. Do you expect baseball to be in your life after playing? Do you want to coach, or do you have an idea on what you want to do when your throwing days are over?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, obviously, you want to play baseball for as long as you can. I love the game, so I could definitely see myself staying in it. My degree's in exercise science, so I know I'm going to be around sports in some way. Figure I probably know the most about baseball out of any other sport, so we'll see.
Well, that's awesome, man. You guys, are y'all off today, or you got a game?
Yep, off today.
Yeah.
Got in at like 2 o'clock this morning.
Holy crap. Well, thank you for making time for us, man, before doing anything else. Yeah, man. So is that the schedule? Is it Tuesday through Sunday and then Monday scheduled off day? Is that how it works?
Yep. 6 days a week.
How's the routine gone for you since becoming a professional in minor league baseball? Was that an adjustment, or are you used to it by now, or still working it out?
It's definitely different. Going to college, you got to go to class and handle a bunch of other stuff, where now it's like your job is just to be good at 6 o'clock. So it's different for sure, but I'm a guy who likes to sleep in, so it really doesn't bother me all that much. I'll sleep till 10:30 and then get up, get some food, and head to the field. So I enjoy it.
I've heard one of the things, especially the ECU guys have told me this, but it's probably the way across the board. You really got to get your work in on your own. There's no coach like hammering you to do this, be here now. It's on you that, hey, if you want to make it, you got to have some self-discipline. Have you found that out too? That you really got to get your workouts, that stuff in on on your own time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's your career, so at the end of the day, you got to get what you want to get out of it. For pitchers, just a little bit different because we can only do so much in a day, so they're kind of honest for that part.
Yeah.
But like getting all your extra stuff in, it's a grind, but if you want the most out of your career, you gotta put yourself to it.
And as a reliever, it's different too. You got to be ready pretty much every game, right?
Pretty much, yeah. The way that the Blue Jays do it is at these lower levels, we won't end up throwing any back-to-back days, so that part's nice. So like if I throw in a game on Tuesday, I'll know I can go lift and stuff on Wednesday, and still be good to go Thursday. So that part of it's nice, but definitely a little bit different.
Good stuff, Trace. A lot of pitchers get into golf. Are you golfing yet, or is that something later in life you're going to do?
So I brought my clubs down to Florida, and I was playing in Florida. But then when they told me I was coming up here, I only had 2 suitcases. So my clubs are with my friend in Florida. So I think we're going to have to bring out some rental clubs if I'm going to play, but we'll see.
Touchy subject. Sorry I brought that up. I know you're missing your clubs right now.
Well, I mean, I just bought new clubs after the draft and just got a new driver. I played with it one time and now it's sitting in Florida.
Your buddy's probably playing with it right now and not telling you.
I know, hopefully not.
Trace, good to talk with you, man. Appreciate you joining us. We'll keep in touch and maybe do it around the road. But we'll be pulling for you, man. Like I said, I'm a Winterville guy, so I'll be checking out your stats and your numbers and everything. But thank you for joining us today, and good luck to you, bud.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me.
All right, Trace Baker joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Bought a brand new driver and I had to leave it behind.
Cameron.
That's Tiff. Left behind. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, Hour 2. The Hall of Famer Brian Bailey joins us. Jennings Hall. We still got Bryce Williams. We still got BMann. We got our new Blue Pirate Report. Whole lot to do. And we got 2 hours to do it. Back with you after this.
Pirate Fest is back, presented by the City of Greenville and the Downtown Greenville Partnership. Come experience all the family fun Saturday, April 25th in downtown Greenville on 1st Street. It's all happening 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. with a variety of food, drinks, and unique vendors. Plus, of course, pirates. And you can enjoy awesome music from September, the top Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute band in the country, and Spare Change. And as always, our entertainment is free. It's legendary. It's award-winning. It's Pirate Fest. April 25th, downtown Greenville.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Get ready, because Honda has equipped the 2026 CB750 Hornet with the E-Clutch, delivering stall-free starts in traffic and full-power quick shifts up and down when you want to wake it up. A torquey 755cc parallel twin delivers arm-stretching acceleration with Street Fighter style built to stand out. Visit Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville, and experience the 2026 Honda CB750 Hornet E-Clutch. For your safety, read the owner's manual and always wear a helmet and night protection. Honda motorcycles are for riders 16 years and older.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville has the best deal ever on Ram trucks. During the Declaration of Deals sales event, get a special finance rate of 2.9% that can be used with already fantastic factory rebates. For example, you can choose up to $11,000 off and 2.9% for 72 months, or get $5,000 off with 0% for 60 months. So if you've been thinking about a new Ram truck, now is the time at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. And how about the 26 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Save up to $6,000 on America's most awarded SUV. Or lease a new Grand Cherokee for only $429 per month. Or take the top off and enjoy the sun with a 2026 Jeep Wrangler. Save up to $7,000 on a 26 Jeep Wrangler, or lease one for only $329 per month.
East Carolina Cars and RG, across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, and $39.99 due at signing. Tax, tags, and $8.99 admin fee not included.
The 2026 Mac Bear Hodges Music Festival is back on April 25th starting at 3:30 p.m. Join us for a night of river, rhythm, and blues, all in the heart of downtown Washington. From incredible bands to great food, cold drinks, and good vibes all day long, this is the event you don't want to miss. Bring your friends, bring your family, and come experience the sound, energy, and the legacy of the ultimate ECU Pirate fan, Mac Bear Hodges. Mark your calendar and make plans now. The 2026 Mac Bear Hodges Music Festival, where the music lives on.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michaels and Gakeweave Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Visit them at 2330 Hemby Lane in Greenville or call 752-1600. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. We didn't hear the Norm McDonald playing, but we did hear you say a cuss word as we came back.
Dang.
Oh, okay. All right, Bryce. We'll talk to you more in hour 3.
I always find the best video to watch during the break right when we're about to come back.
Dang. All right, joining us on the Turner Home Team Live line, he is the Hall of Famer. He is WNTT Sports Director. He's the host of the Brian Bailey Show. He is Brian Bailey joining us. What's up, BB?
Not a whole lot. What's going on?
Doing great. Saw you earlier today when you came here for the Brian Bailey Show, and seemed like you got at least some decent sleep, but you were up late last night, right?
Yeah, it was kind of a late night, but it was well worth it. It was so much fun to go to Raleigh and go to the to Lenovo Center for the games, especially those in the playoffs. And it's just such a crazy atmosphere, and those guys are so talented. You know, just linebackers on skates, flying around, and it's just really it's a neat thing. And I wish it's one of those things you wish you could bottle so everybody could enjoy it, because TV just doesn't do it justice.
I've experienced it once and won't forget it, and hope to experience it again. And it's addictive. Chandler has been fired up all day. He went to the game last night and had a lot of fun. Jarrett has tickets to Game 5. If the Canes were to lose in Ottawa, there will be a Game 5 back at home, and he will experience it as well. But where were you and Zach Kaplan located in the arena?
Well, we were actually in the fifth level. That's where the press area is. So we were there most of the game. And then down low below the ice is where, or on ice level rather, is where the media room is, and we keep some equipment there. And then because the game was still going on when we were doing our 11 o'clock sportscast, we were actually outside Lenovo Center. And right when we wrapped up our broadcast, we were loading everything up, and that's when the game winner happened for the Hurricanes. So We thought we had it, earlier in the first overtime.
Yeah.
And that was overruled, and they missed on the penalty shot, and it was a little bit of confusion with that. But it was a wild night. Now
Canes take a 2-0 series lead over the Ottawa Senators. Game 3 coming up Thursday. Yeah. All right, good deal. Looking forward to more Canes hockey. Brian Bailey joining us, talked Canes hockey with Todd Gibson, talked some ECU baseball on the show earlier today as well. Pirates and one of your old stomping grounds, Bailey, ODU, going at it tonight. Pirates got the best of them the first time around. They'll try to do it again tonight on the road.
Yeah, and I think they probably will. They're a lot better team than Old Dominion is. However, it just kind of depends on who shows up. They've had this Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde deal going lately. They played really, really good baseball the first 2 games of that series this past weekend against Wichita State, and then Game 3 it was just a matter of it didn't seem like anybody really wanted to be out there. Now the weather was different on Sunday, that's for sure. It started getting colder and colder, and rain came in, but really there's no excuse. And Cliff Godwin would say that, not just me, but I think he was a little frustrated with them as far as that goes. But we'll see if they can take care of business tonight, and a lot of baseball still this season.
Well, he said there's some good high school baseball going on tonight as well. Bailey, you covering some of that?
Yes, Conley South Central is the big one around the area, and South Central put off the upset over J.H. Rose last time out. And those 3 teams are really, really good. South Central, D.H. Conley, and J.H. Rose, pretty much tit for tat. They have great talent on all 3, and I think all 3 will go a long way in the upcoming playoffs. But yeah, it's a big one in the Big Carolina Conference.
We will show some love to Aiden Grifton later this week. Corey Skinner, a guy, he's a year or 2 younger than me, but grew up playing some ball with him, and I think his dad was my coach one year, actually. But they're 16-2 this year. The young Corey Skinner, Coach Skinner, having a great year with the Chargers.
Chargers are playing really good baseball, and sometimes I think they do get overlooked. We don't mean to, and we certainly want to get back out there. We've had them a couple of times this year, but yeah, they're very talented, very good, and they're gonna also go a long way as far as the playoffs go with the 8 classifications. A lot of those teams have a chance to go a long way.
Bailey got the NFL draft coming up. Bailey, earlier we were in the studio, and I think it was on TV, but you said, man, I love the NFL draft. And it's fun. It's kind of frustrating because after this weekend, it feels like the NFL is once again so far away again because we get that little taste of it. But it is a fun event. We were talking about during COVID times. I remember that was the first time I had been out of my house with friends in a long time. That draft party saved me. But the NFL draft, always fun to get a little bit of NFL this time of year.
I remember that COVID year they had the draft caps come out every year, and sometimes they look pretty good, and sometimes I don't think they're that great. But this year I decided I didn't care what it was. The COVID year I was going to get a Dallas Cowboys draft cap, so I got one, and I liked it. And it gave me a little sense of, hey, maybe things are going to be back to normal one of these days.
Yeah.
Because they weren't normal back then, were they?
No, sir, they were not. This mock I'm looking at right now has Washington taking Jeremiah Love. How would I feel about that, Jared? How should I feel?
I think you should love it.
I know.
Love it.
I know. That would be exciting to draft a running back.
They're saying this guy is like Christian McCaffrey, Jahmyr Gibbs.
How many times
he's going to hit immediately.
Yeah, I'm sure he would hit immediately. He would be an instant impact. This has the Cowboys taking Reuben Bain from Miami, who I've seen anywhere from top 5 to, if he goes to 12, that seems like a value pick.
Yeah, and he's gone through some off the field drama
leading
up to the draft to make him drop a little bit.
What'd you say?
We're not scared. We're not scared.
I mean, you should be scared of this man, whether you're on the road or whether you're on the football field.
Somehow the only guy that didn't Dallas bypass, the only guy they didn't take a shot at was Randy Moss. We're going to bypass him.
How smart was that?
But Bailey, if you could add, maybe not a player if you have a player in mind, but a position of need for Dallas, what would it be?
I think you just got to go defense, and then go from there. And I've seen mocks where they trade up, and if you can trade up and not give up too much, I've seen a lot of people have them trading up with Cleveland and getting the, I think, 4th, is it 4?
6.
6, getting 6 and then 39 for 12 and 20. I think something like that would be okay. But it just depends on who's in that slot. But as long as they get, I think at 12 and 20, they can still get 2 pretty good defensive players, and that's what they need. I mean, they got to find some defense.
They don't need a kicker because Brandon Aubrey is that guy. Bailey, did you know that he won a championship at Notre Dame?
Yes, he did.
As a soccer player.
Oh.
Brandon Aubrey.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Saw that online today.
And the story goes that his wife, they were sitting around watching an NFL game or some football game, and some guy missed a field goal, and his wife said, you got a great leg. You can kick it better than that. You ought to give it a try. And so he said, all right, I'll go out and try. And he started kicking the football some, liked it, and then he got to go to the Birmingham Stallions and did so well there, and the Cowboys picked him up, and now he's one of the best in the business.
That makes me appreciate him because we sit around and watch these games and say, this guy sucks, and we do nothing about it. He actually did something about it.
Well, he missed a field goal last year. I went outside and started kicking.
Yeah, Melissa appreciates you going outside rather than kicking stuff in the house, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's just crazy, like the evolution of kickers. Like Cam Little for Jacksonville can make a 70-yarder. Brandon Aubrey can do the same. It's like I remember when Matt Prater was making 54-yarders. And
Right.
It's like, this guy's the best.
But I would like to see accuracy. I know the distance is crazy now, but I still feel like extra points are missed.
Yeah.
I wonder what the accuracy is now compared to back in the day.
That's a good point. Well, the extra point's also longer than back in the day.
True, it is.
Yeah.
BB, Brian Bailey, did you get anything from the spring, what were we calling it?
Scramame?
It was kind of it wasn't a game, it was drills, but what did you take away from Saturday?
Well, the main thing I took away after the whatever you want to call it, we interviewed Coach Harrell, and he was really good, and then we got to interview both quarterbacks together, and they really seem down to earth.
Yeah.
Really seem like they're really, rooting for one another, and you don't see that very often because at the end of the interview, I said, okay, fellas, who's the better quarterback? And they both pointed to the other guy. So, I mean, they were having fun with it, and they embraced it. They both were very high on playing at Dowdy-Ficklin and playing at East Carolina, and we'll just have to see how it plays out. But I think they're two very talented guys. They can both spin it, and we'll just see how it plays out in the fall.
And they're different too, Bailey. I remember the Hauser and Garcia, it almost kind of felt like they were the same, almost equals. Like these two guys are distinct. You got the older one who's shorter. You got the younger one who's taller, and they kind of bring different things to the game. And you could almost tell when we talked, because we talked to them separately, that Mitch was the veteran presence, and Emery's got talent, but he's still young and trying to be a sponge and learn things. So I do like that they're two different characters.
Especially if you can keep the young one here.
Yeah.
That's going to be the key going forward. But I think, like the coaches always say, there's certainly room for two because you never know what's going to happen. You're one play away from getting in there yourself. So I think that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it was, and you're right. It was great to talk to those guys after the game because we didn't hear from them the entire spring, right?
No.
Until then,
right?
So that was pretty much it. I will say this: we kind of laugh or tongue in cheek about it not being a game and everything. It was very organized. Like it almost felt like we were watching a play at times. They were so like they knew where to be and knew where to go. They got through a lot of different drills, and some of it was kind of cool, Bailey. Like I took away that Brandon Best is a stone wall on the offensive line for ECU. He went on several guys one-on-one, including Preston Carr, and held his own. We saw that Ray has some moves at receiver. Jeremiah Melvin made some circus catches and also struggled maybe with some easy stuff. So even though we didn't see a game, we were able to see what some of these guys could do.
And the best drill is that 3-on-3.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're calling it scuttle. Man, I almost got wiped out in that thing. That was nuts, man. They were coming right at us. It's just a big old blob of humanity coming right at us. And wow, it was crazy.
A blob of pirate humanity.
They were trying to kill Brian Bailey. The punters, the defensemen.
Yeah, punter almost got me. I was sitting there just minding my own business, sitting on the cart, and nobody yelled heads up or look out. All I heard is boink, and it was a football hitting that cart. Now I looked around, who threw it? It was a kicker about 50 yards away.
Well, I'll say this. I did go home and punt in the backyard after watching the punters the other day.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
All right, BB. Check out the Brian Bailey Show coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. Some baseball talk, some Canes talk, and more. Bailey, enjoyed it.
All right, enjoyed it. Take care.
There he is. Brian Bailey joining us on the Turner Home Team Live Line. You always do that deep breath as if you're going to say something, and then you shock me when nothing comes out of your mouth.
I got indigestion real bad, man. I had some pepperoni pizza from Cucinalla's. It just always gives me indigestion. Great pizza, though.
Johnny Cucinella. Did Nick ever pay his money for the pizza? He walked out with the pizza.
I think the problem was he paid too much for the pizza. It's supposed to be comped.
This mock has the Giants getting Carnell Tate. They only have
At
2
10?
picks at 10. And the tackle from Miami at 5.
Francis.
Yeah, trying to stack up their offense. If you did not have the number 1 pick and we're not getting Fernando, what non-QB do you like the most in this draft? Offense and defense.
Okay. Just thinking of position of need and who's up there towards the top. Carnell Tate on the offensive end. And then
Raiders need a number 1.
Man, it's tough. I think Arvell Reese. No. He's the edge. Sonny Styles, the linebacker. I would like him or Caleb Downs. So all Ohio State guys.
Yeah. Sonny Styles. This has Sonny Styles going 4. First of all, he's got a great name.
Yeah.
Sonny Styles is all time.
Every time I would hear his name, I was like, I think it might be Styles, because no way. Like, that's a made-up name. AJ Styles. Like, that's a made-up last name.
Yeah.
Nope, Sonny Styles.
I mean,
but I really want KC Concepcion, pick 36. He put out something in the Players Tribune where it's just like, will a team regret taking me? No, never. And then he ended it with, did I stutter? Never.
I know.
It's like, Raider.
Yeah, like Josh Rosen tried that too when he got drafted.
Yeah, and I thought Josh Rosen was going to be the best quarterback in that draft.
Starting to fall a little bit in love with Caleb Downs. Like one of my all-time favorite Redskins was Sean Taylor.
It's just the thing with Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs. It's like those are great players, but that position, is the value worth it with the top 10 pick?
Yeah.
Like,
how about, does Jeremiah Love not fall in that category?
But it depends on where you're putting him. With a Cam Ward and a Jaden Daniels, where it's like you feel like you finally have the team around him, you're just missing that explosive piece right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's worth it right there.
Yeah, I can get on board with that. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Jennings Hall will join us. We'll have our Jennings Hall of Fame, Jennings Hall of Shame, our look at Pirate athletics as well. We'll do our NBA minute at some point.
Yeah, I have an NBA topic for the Hall of Shame.
I have questions for Jarrett.
Yeah.
And Bryce Williams joins us. We will hear from Mitch Griffiths, Emory Williams, BMann, Brandon Manning coming up in hour 3. A lot more to go. Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday after this.
Looking for a night out that's a little different? At Encino Mexican Steakhouse, bold Mexican flavors meet premium steakhouse tradition. Sink your knife into perfectly cooked, hand-cut steaks. Savor rich, authentic dishes inspired by Mexican culinary heritage and pair it all with a handcrafted cocktail. Encino Mexican Steakhouse, where Mexican flavor meets steakhouse perfection. On Memorial Drive in Greenville or online at EncinoRestaurant.com.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs, like passing that drug test. Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and, of course, all your favorites: flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. the Holistic Company.
When it comes to building or remodeling your home, every detail matters. Hi, this is Kathy Herring with KDL Construction, and we believe great design begins with careful planning and ends with flawless execution. With open communication and a true partnership mindset, we guide you through every step, turning your vision into reality. Our goal, to deliver more than a building project. We create an experience that is seamless, stress-free, and inspiring. Visit KDLConstructionLLC.com to start your transformation today. KDL Construction, your vision, our craft.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aiken-Crifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The time to save is now during the massive store closing liquidation at Bostic Sugg Furniture. After 89 years in business, they're closing their doors forever. Now, additional discounts have been taken on all remaining Serta mattresses. Every Serta mattress in every size and comfort level, all priced to sell immediately. You'll never ever see Serta mattresses at such drastically low prices again. Hurry to the massive store closing liquidation at Bostic Sugg Furniture, 2115 East Fire Tower Road in Greenville. See store for details.
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m., serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservations. Larry's Steakhouse.
This is Caleb Reynolds, lead minister at Eastern Pines Church, and I'd love to invite you to join us this Sunday at 9 and 10:30 at 3380 Portertown Road in Greenville. At Eastern Pines Church, you'll find real people, uplifting worship, and a place where your family can grow in your faith. Come see what God is doing right here in Greenville. We'd love to welcome you home at Eastern Pines Church. Visit easternpineschurch.com for more information.
Church services brought to you by S&K Trapping, East Coast Grading, Gregory Pool, Driven Details, East Coast Access, Cardinal Lock and Key, and rentafishtank.com.
What's going on, y'all? This is your man, Petey Pablo, and right now you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Raise up!
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for a place for lunch? Basil's lunch menu features signature pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, and salads starting at $11. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant and pizzeria on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Coming up Thursday on the show, I might have said tomorrow earlier. Thursday on Pirate Radio Live, Uncle Luke, Luther Campbell, 2 Live Crew, coached Ray Joseph in high school, and will join us to talk about the new Pirate receivers and more. One of the more random interviews I've ever done, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
to talk to him.
Very good.
Coming up Wednesday, the boys are back in town. Troy D will join us to talk about Pirate Fest coming up. Also, Shane Perry, former Pirate football player, now a jackman in NASCAR. So we'll talk about his road to NASCAR and how football helped get him there. A lot of football guys, a lot of athletes now joining these teams. Who's the team you said that's really been struggling?
Ryan Blaney. I mean, the best drive, one of the best, if not the best.
Champion, former champion.
And they have cost him so many spots. He should be on the path that Tyler Reddick is right now. First 9 races, 5 wins. He should be that driver, but the pit crew has screwed him over so many times that he has won 1 race.
All right, early entry for the Jennings Hall of Shame, Ryan Blaney's pit crew. Jennings Hall joins us on the Turner Home Team live line. Jennings, how are you?
Hey, I'm good.
Where are you at?
Myrtle Beach.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? Working.
Ah, okay. I guess that's fair.
So you work in Myrtle Beach?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why are you here so much? Where do you live?
Well, now I live in Myrtle Beach.
Okay. But you come to Greenville often?
Well, yeah, my parents live there now.
Okay, fair enough.
They moved to Greenville and I moved back to Myrtle Beach.
All right.
The old switcheroo.
Life swap. We are coming off 2-2 ECU baseball weekend and a 2-2 ECU softball week as well, but a good weekend for the Pirates. They beat South Florida. I think Shirley said South Florida was previously undefeated in league play. Pirates beat them twice over the weekend. Softball Pirates getting ready for Tulsa this weekend, so they have the midweek off this week. Baseball ODU tonight. So Jennings at 27-22 for the softball Pirates, 11-10 overall. Baseball, the winning record, RPI in the low 40s, but still, the Pirate fans want more after what ECU's done in the past. So how you feeling about baseball and softball at this point in the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think softball has some opportunity to pick up their conference wins a little bit. I think that they were doing really good at the beginning of the season, but now it seems like they're kind of going through a slow moment. But, I mean, everyone has their ups and downs during the season. I think that they definitely have a chance to pick it up and end the season with a good ending because they've got, Tulsa. I'm looking now. Oh, my God, these schedules are long. Tulsa, NC. They're playing NC State next. What's the 28th? Next week?
Next Tuesday.
Yep.
UTSA, and then they've got the softball championship. So I think that they could, get a few more wins before the championship or before the tournament and set a good tone before the tournament, and hopefully they can get into the NCAAs. But baseball, you said they went 2-2 as well. I've been busy all weekend, so I didn't really.
Won the first 2, lost the series finale in the weekend. Volleyball was in the news last week. Did you see the viral video of the spicy volleyball player?
No.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
Shirley, do you know what I'm talking about?
Wait, hold on. I can look this up.
All right, so it's I guess Jordan.
He is fierce.
Jordan Lucas is the name. He is 6'3", Cal State Northridge player. Tremendous athlete, and I see in an
yes, I did see this.
Yes. Now I don't know why this just came out or is men's volleyball season now or?
Yes. Okay, I know who this is.
Okay. Have you seen this, Jared?
You first said it. I didn't know what you were talking about.
This will be right up your alley. This is a very good volleyball player, and he I guess he's taunting a little bit, but he's
enthusiastic.
He's got moves.
Yeah.
And he became a viral sensation. I like it.
33 million views on this Instagram reel.
Yeah.
Posted it out.
Go check him out. So
I thought you were talking about our volleyball team. I was like,
nope.
What? I didn't know they went viral. I feel like they would have been talking all about it this week if they had.
Should we bring men's volleyball to East Carolina?
Men's volleyball, it's a fun sport to watch, but it's primarily on the West Coast. Like, there's not a lot of teams on the East Coast. So for the sake of them having to travel so much every weekend, probably not.
I enjoy it every 4 years in the Olympics. I'm shocked at the I would love to see the speed of the ball. I'd like to get a a radar gun and see how hard these dudes are hitting it. But I enjoy.
It's crazy.
I enjoy the men's and women's, especially during the Olympics. But Jordan Lucas, he became a viral sensation last week. So check that out. All right, Jennings Hall of Fame, Jennings Hall of Shame. Let's see. Do I have I've got several Hall of Shames. I'm trying to find something positive to say. I'll go Canes fans, although I got to put a few in the Hall of Shame. I noticed between overtime 1 and 2, some empty seats in the Lenovo Center.
I think that review took such a long time, and to even get to it took such a long time that everybody's like, we won, let's go.
Could have been.
There's a lot of people leaving Raleigh last night listening to music, not realizing that the game went into double overtime.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching it. I've got my score app open as well, and it said final Hurricanes, but they reviewed it, took it away, and Canes ended up winning in double overtime. But, man, a couple of things. Jared, what were we talking about? What sporting? Oh, we were talking about the Hornets last week hosting Miami and that crowd. Like, even if you're not 100% into the game, if you don't have a rooting interest, a crowd can make you interested.
I think we've seen what a postseason crowd is going to be like for all sport. I mean, you saw the Panthers against the Rams. You saw the Hornets host the Heat in just a play-in game. And you saw what happened last night and Saturday night. And North Carolina is just one of the best sports states in the country.
Jennings, do you jump on the Canes bandwagon during the playoffs?
I sure do.
Yeah, it's awesome. Chandler and Jenny went last night, and Chandler's probably locked in for life now because it can really infect you, but you can become a Caniac.
I would have gone to a game this season because I've been to a game before, and that was awesome. I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Any Hall of Fames, Jared?
I'll go C.J. McCollum, dude. I mean, that
is a very good
completely written this guy off. His career's dead. Once they broke up, him and Dame in Portland, he goes to Washington. Nothing really going on. He gets traded to Atlanta midseason, and he looked like Michael Jordan last night, just carving up the Knicks.
Duke Lehigh was 2012, 14 years ago, when we first learned the name of C.J. McCollum. He scored 30 points when Lehigh upset Duke. Yeah. And now 14 years later, I asked you, previewing this series, who plays for the Hawks? Who do we care about? And you were like, they're a fun young team, and then they're being led by C.J. McCollum last night.
I completely forgot, man.
Yeah. Seems like an afterthought.
But yeah, Hall of Fame, C.J. McCollum.
Jennings, do you have any Hall of Famers this week?
Hall of Fame, I'll give it to all the Goldspees winners at the Goldspees last night. Great job. That's always a fun time.
How long have they been doing that?
A long time.
First time I heard of it yesterday.
Very long time.
Really?
Yeah. Really? Yeah, never heard of it until yesterday.
Did you win any Goldspees during your day, Jennings?
I did. I won a few. I won an academic award one year, and then volleyball as a team, we won a couple.
Nerd of the Year, Jennings Hall.
Oh, yeah. Nerd of the Year, whatever.
Any other Hall of Famers before we move on? All right.
No.
Hall of Shame, Hornets. I mean, how does that happen again?
I think you got to go Hall of Fame Magic, if anything, from that game, because you see what they did in Game 1 against the Pistons. And, I mean, this is the team that was advertised all offseason and all the beginning of the season, and it took them 82 games to turn it on, 83 games to turn it on. And, unfortunately, it was against the Hornets Friday night.
Brandon Miller, the only guy doing anything.
LaMelo turned it on in the second half.
Jared, they were down by 30 points. Who cares?
Okay, who cares that Brandon Miller made shots?
Because it was still
30.
It was a game in the first half when he was scoring.
Okay.
You don't see the difference?
I see the difference, but at least
LaMelo turned it on?
Yeah.
Well, I turned it off.
Okay.
And that's why I didn't see it. Jared, Hall of Shame?
Hall of Shame, the Hurricanes owner, who is now the Portland Trailblazers owner as well. He's been the owner for, 2-3 weeks?
Tom Dundon.
He's like, you know what? Miracle season. Tiago Splitter took us out of the depths of hell. pretty much made them not be a joke this year. Let's flush that down the toilet. We're going to lowball Tiago. We're going to not fly out the two-way players to San Antonio when Caleb Love has carried you through some games. We're going to make sure the masseuse is just absolutely screwed out of this so the players can't be comfortable and loose before the game.
What happened to the masseuse?
They didn't give her a room. They didn't really help her out at all.
The masseuse is loose?
Yeah, and I mean, Tiago Splitter told somebody, this is from an anonymous source, they told him, like, hey, you can't be focused on this. You just got to, be focused on coaching the most important game of your life. And he said, but what if the masseuse decides that she doesn't want to do a good job because she's angry, and then she doesn't do a good job on Denis Avdia? That affects me too. And like, they were lowballing freaking Michael Malone, offering him half of what Carolina offered him.
This guy doesn't have the best track record in sports. He's lucky the Canes are good because he was closely associated with the AAF.
Yeah.
The league that Bryce Williams hates.
Well, like, he came into the Canes when he first got him and like did all this stuff. But like, hey, the NBA's covered a lot differently, pal. Like 2 or 3 weeks in, you're going to be held under a microscope. You're going to be scrutinized. And the fact that he offered Tiago Splitter $1 million to be the acting head coach when he went 42-40.
What is he, Dr. Evil? $1 million.
The going rate for an NBA head coach is $4 to $10 million.
You ready for this? $1 million.
You better just go find a high school coach in Portland, pal. And, you're going to suck forever. You can't be cheap. This is like outside of the stuff that got Donald Sterling pushed out of the NBA. He's going the Donald Sterling route.
Jennings, do you have any Hall of Shamers?
No, I don't think so.
I gotta go, and we'll carry this over when Jennings is gone because she doesn't care. But announcing in the postseason, announcers.
Stan Van Gundy, like, he must hate Charlotte.
I don't mind Stan Van Gundy.
Okay,
we can touch on that, but I've got some announcer takes and some questions to get to when it comes to the postseason and what we're doing here with it. All right, Jennings, are you going to be here next week? You're like away for a while, right?
Yeah, I won't be here next week. I'm in Florida.
What are you doing in Florida?
I got to go pick up my wedding dress.
It's all the way in Florida. Are you getting married in Florida?
No, that's where my wedding dress. That's where I found my wedding dress, though.
When did Jared and I's invitations to the wedding come?
Must got lost in the mail.
Yeah.
You know, it's hilarious you say that because we sent out invitations like 2 weeks ago, and not a single person has gotten them yet.
Oh, okay. Hey, we still got a chance.
Let me tell you something about the U.S. Postal Service, man.
Hall of Shame, U.S. Postal Service. Suck. I actually think y'all are the worst ever. And also, to any future bride listening to this, send your wedding invitations 5 months early because this is ridiculous.
Wow. All right. I'm going to go ahead and verbally RSVP.
Yeah.
So, all right.
All right.
All right, Jennings. Thank you.
Thank you.
Later. There is Jennings Hall. Yeah, let's table this for next segment. I want to talk some announcing. I got questions, and I've got questions for you regarding some games last night and the NBA playoffs. We'll talk about that when we return. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Back with you after this.
It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry. Dentistry.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021 for a roof that's built to last and service you can trust. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie. Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see for a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
This is Dale Murphy, 2-time National League MVP and number 3 with the Atlanta Braves. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at AA.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. PGV, where the pirates fly. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Before we get out of here today, we'll mention some of the portal gets for Mike Schwartz and this ECU basketball team. Got Bryce Williams, Brandon Manning joining us, hour number 3. We'll talk a little NBA now. The NBA Minute with Jared Watkins. Shirley, can you look at Sports Bar? See if we can find NBA song playoffs, NBA on NBC with words, maybe it's called. Jared, a couple questions from last night.
All right.
How did the Knicks blow their lead to the Hawks?
Man,
28-15 in the fourth quarter.
So this was on just a side TV as the Canes and Senators were playing. But I mean, I had my eyes on Knicks Hawks most of the time. It just unraveled. When Mike Brown's your coach, this is what you get. I mean, I really can't tell you. CJ McCollum took over. Okongwu had 4 fouls going into the fourth, and he just didn't foul anybody, and he just went off. I mean, Jalen Brunson did not play well. Mikal Bridges did not play. Like, it's just a fourth quarter collapse.
Shirley, do we have the old classic?
Well, the question is, do you want the NBA on NBC with words, NBA on TNT with words, slow or fast? There's 3 different ones, so I don't know which one.
Regular version of NBA on NBC with words.
Okay, I got that one.
All right.
You want to play it?
Let's hear that. This is...
Basketball is a lot of fun, and it's even more fun when the pros are in the playoffs. Sometimes the guys do dunks, and sometimes they make really cool 3 shots. The games are really close a lot, and they're on all the time, like every night, so you can watch them. Basketball is like football, but they try to shoot the ball in a hoop instead of a touchdown. I like basketball. I really like basketball in the playoffs. Basketball is really cool. Let's talk about cool playoff basketball in the sports bar.
All right. An oldie but goodie.
How old were you?
How old was I?
Yeah.
8. 8 years old.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Shirley, hit the TNT one.
Is it the same lyrics?
I can't remember. I do know I like basketball a lot. It's the first lyric, I believe. We're holding. We got nothing to do. We got nothing better to do.
Yeah, man. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like the Knicks the fan base at least oversold themselves. They're kind of overselling what these players are. They're not stars. They're really good players. This is a really good team.
Is Jalen Brunson a star?
No. He's just not on the level of anybody on the Celtics. Not, more than Derek White, of course, but you know what I mean. They're not as good as the Cavs. I watched the Cavs last night for a little bit, and it's like Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, they're going to make most of their shots.
Jared Watkins loves basketball.
I like basketball a lot. I like basketball a lot. I like basketball. I really like basketball. 3 shots. It's probably my top 3 favorite sport. Nice bounce pass. I like it even more in the playoff heat. And even more than that in the conference finals. Spurs and Thunder and Pacers and Heat. Cool coaching. I can't contain my excitement level. Mid-range jump throw. Conference finals basketball heat. Sports bar basketball. Slam dunk shot. Talking basketball. Good substitution. That's all for the song music.
So not as good as the original.
I like basketball a lot. I like basketball a lot.
Oh, that's the fast
version?
version?
Like basketball.
Okay. You can cut it. We get the idea.
The music did not line up as well as the NBC one. You can barely even hear the music.
Yeah. It just shows how much I love playoff basketball.
I love the NBA a lot, man. And I said yesterday, Cavs, Raptors, don't need to see any more of it. I watched the first half, and then the Canes game started, and the Knicks game was coming up, so turned that one off, and it went exactly how I thought it would.
Time to have a conversation. Is Nikola Jokic overrated?
No.
He is not overrated.
No. You clearly saw as the game went on, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, they got worn down. They played a tough game in the first game of the series. And we go back now. This is, I think, the 3rd series they faced off in since 2023. And it's split now 15-15 after last night.
Jokic didn't do anything on the defensive end and was 8 of 20 from the floor. Numerous missed layups. And, part of that reason was the guy everybody craps on.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert. 4-time Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. I think last night was the most impressed I've ever been watching Rudy Gobert, except for when he got dunked on by Jokic, but that was like one flashing spot of the final 3 to 4 minutes. And what I noticed watching this game, when you're down in that, last 3 or 4 minutes, there's 5 guys on the court. Christian Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr., Aaron Gordon, they're not even moving. It's just back and forth between Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, and they were clearly tired. They were missing all their shots. And the one shot where they finally were like, okay, let's pass it to Christian Brown. He goes to Aaron Gordon. He splashes a 3. But then again, Aaron Gordon, not fully healthy. Tim Hardaway, he's a good 6-man, finalist for 6-man of the year. But Christian Brown, he's an okay player.
Yeah,
he should not have been put in that position last night.
What was his free throws last night? He finished 5 of 7, but the misses were huge.
Yeah,
down the stretch.
and I mean, look, the Timberwolves weren't that great from the line either. But I kept saying, I was watching the game by myself, but I kept saying, like, there's 3 other guys on the court, find them. But then you get a Nikola Jokic floater where it's like, this is his shot. Like, this is where he has the touch, and he goes for a pass to Christian Brown. He should not have been put in that situation.
I like that.
But Nikola Jokic is not overrated.
You let us know that you were watching the game by yourself talking. That's pretty cool.
What are you yelling at the TV? 6 to 7 to 8 beers deep?
Tonight, Celtics and Spurs are both double-digit favorites.
Yeah.
Rockets -5.5. I trusted these Rockets in game 1. It didn't work out for me. I guess KD is playing tonight.
I'm not sure, but if the Lakers win tonight, it's over.
Oh, yeah.
LeBron James does not lose when he goes up 2-0. And Luka and Austin Reeves can still potentially come back. I still love the Trailblazers, even though it's concerning hearing what Tim Dundon, whatever his name is, the new owner, just kind of flushing this season down the crapper, flushing a potential Tiago Splitter head coaching job down the crapper.
All right. Any of these games going to be close tonight?
I could see Sixers Celtics being close, but you never know. I mean, Tyrese Maxey, if he turns it on, he can give this team some troubles. Paul George hasn't looked bad so far in the playoffs, play-in including. But it's going to be Rockets, Lakers that's close.
Sorry, Jamie and Steve. Y'all look at stats. I watch basketball.
What?
They said Joker overrated. He's the best player in the game right now. He led the league in rebounds and assists. Never been done before. That's great.
Yeah, he averaged a triple-double.
It's a statistic you can look at.
Yep.
And, I mean, he might win MVP. I don't know. There's still voter fatigue. This guy, it seems like he's winning it every other year. They gave it to Joel Embiid so he wouldn't get 3 in a row. But I don't think you can look at the year SGA's had and say that Joker's definitive MVP.
I know he's great. He just did. I got frustrated last night because I had a -2.5, and he blew a bunch of layups, and they could not hit a shot.
Well, get ready for more games like that, man, because it's a tough path to the finals if they make it. You got to play the Spurs next series. You got to play the Thunder in the conference finals, potentially play the Celtics in the finals. Jokic is going to have a game like he had last night.
All right. J-Bone on the NBA playoffs. I like your passion.
I love it. I love it, Maggle.
I hope one year our team can be in there.
Next year?
It's got to be.
It's going to be.
I mean, next year, it's if they don't get Charles Lee out of here, even though I like him. I mean, they got to make the playoffs next year, though, right?
They will.
They have to.
They will.
All right. Let's take a break. Bryce Williams going to join us hour 3. We'll talk to Brandon Manning.
But I really love Denny Avdia.
I call him Demi Lovato.
I really like him. 25 plus or 30 plus, depending on what the value's at.
Wow. All right. Coming up tonight for the Blazers. We will be back hour 3, Pirate Radio Live, after this.
It's bow time. Remember those bologna biscuits you grew up on? Well, they're back and better than ever at Bojangles. Bite into a southern tradition with our new fried bologna biscuit. It's a thick slice of savory bologna seared and served hot off the griddle on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. And right now, you can get 2 of them for just $5. But hurry in. This deal is only available for a limited time, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Pirate Fest is back, presented by the City of Greenville and the Downtown Greenville Partnership. Come experience all the family fun Saturday, April 25th in downtown Greenville on 1st Street. It's all happening 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. with a variety of food, drinks, and unique vendors. Plus, of course, pirates. And you can enjoy awesome music from September, the top Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute band in the country, and spare change. And as always, our entertainment is free. It's legendary. It's award-winning. It's Pirate Fest. April 25th, downtown Greenville.
Jeff Stein here at Brownwood Buick GMC. Pirate Nation, get ready. It's baseball season. You got hot dogs, apple pies, and GMCs. That's right, GMC 1500s. You got 0% or 20% off. $11,549 off when you have a trade-in, and we have over 50 to choose from. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer. Only at Brown & Wood, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, I'm sure you heard the bells and whistles next door. We're just securing your neighbor's house with the smart home features like cameras and security.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, hi, yes, I'm Mike with SCI Technologies. You know, Eastern North Carolina's premier security provider. We do fire alarm, audio, video, and security.
Ooh, how can you help me?
Give us a call, 252-321-7006 for a complimentary quote, or you can email us at info@sciteks.com.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Ready to save money on your current automobile loan? Right now, our road to savings couldn't be faster. At First Flight, we're making borrowing easy with our limited-time auto refinance promotion. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, New Bern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary to see how one of our experienced lenders can beat your current auto loan rate by 0.5%. All local residents are membership eligible. Terms and conditions do apply. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time for bats, balls, and turkey calls. Working on that grand slam? Swing into turkey season with a perfect shotgun to knock that gobbler out of the park. Brite, Mossberg, Weatherby, Savage, Beretta, Rossi, CVA, and Browning, you name it, we've got it. Choose from the largest selection in Eastern NC. We'll make you blow fans away. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles? How about tighten or lift your skin? Want a smoother skin texture or get rid of brown spots? Combining personalized treatments, expert training, and a deep passion for skin health, Beauty Bar Medi-Spa is dedicated to enhancing your skin and boosting your confidence from the inside out. Contact the licensed professionals for a free consultation and ask about their newest technologies and treatments. Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation.
The new Papa John's oven toasted sandwiches are here. Try the Philly cheesesteak, chicken bacon ranch, and steak and mushroom starting at just $7.99. Chef-crafted oven toasted sandwiches filled with fresh toppings, melty sharp cheese, and savory sauces on ciabatta bread, brushed with special garlic sauce, and toasted. Available for pickup or delivery. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards and start earning points for your favorite menu items. Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, Hour 3, live inside the First Flight Credit Union studios. Shirley Rhodes, intern Avery, Jared Watkins, Clip Brock. I believe Bryce Williams will join us. But we do have Brandon Manning joining us on the Turner Home Team Live Line. BMann, how you doing?
Doing pretty good, Clipper. How about yourself?
Doing great. Jared Watkins just took a gander at the lineup and had a reaction. I have not seen it, and Brandon, I don't know if you've heard or seen it. So let's hear it for the first time. Jared, what is the lineup for the Pirates as they get ready to take on Old Dominion in an hour?
We knew this going in. Nick Moran will get the start on the mound. Like that. Glad he's back. Braden Burris, second base, batting first. Davin Whitaker in center field. Jack Herring, right field. Colby Wallace, third base. Jeff Sabater, left field. Michael Kalinich, catcher. Alex Boucher, DH. Matt Lashley, shortstop. Austin Irby, first.
Okay. Like, dislike, any thoughts?
I want to see more Braden Bachman.
Okay.
I get it, put Michael in, let Walker get his legs underneath him, but I don't think Michael Lynch has been that great behind the plate. Irby on the bench would I don't know. Look, I'm not.
You want to mix it up a little bit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. Brandon, your thoughts?
Yeah, I totally agree. Baltman hit it this weekend. I was very impressed with him, the way he went after it a lot. Sabater had a good weekend. I like him in the lineup. I like him at first. I wish he could get some better jumps trying to steal, because I think he's trying to set a single-season record on getting picked off and on stolen bases. But, man, right now is not a time. We need to start dialing it in as a staff. I mean, Cliff has a good idea who he wants. And every year everybody's like, well, you should play more people so they're ready when the time comes in the regionals. Cliff's been doing that. But now it's time to say, all right, these are my guys. Let's go play baseball. You should know. And nobody's stepping up in Cliff's defense. Nobody's stepping up to say, hey, this is my freaking team. We wanted Austin Irby to take that step at the beginning of the year. He did not. Now it is just, please step up sooner or later so we can keep on doing what we're doing.
I think Davin Whitaker and Jack Herring have taken on those roles of like, hey, this is my team, but I don't really think a lot of other people have. Because, I mean, look, Davin Whitaker's the reason it wasn't a run rule on Sunday, and Jack Herring's been very consistent.
Yeah, Jack Herring and Davin, they've been okay, but going into the season, they weren't supposed to be okay. They're supposed to be guys that were coming along. This is Irby and Burris's year, was everybody was being told. That's what was going on. And as of right now, I mean, Burris has been Burris similar. I mean, it's bad when the guy, I don't know what the guy's hitting, but he's hitting around 400, I'm sure. And we're saying like he's not having the same year. But Irby has not had an Irby year like we expected, like the pressure that was put on him. So that's that.
Yeah, Mully brought up lack of power numbers just overall for this team as a big negative, too.
If you look at what we talked about for the year, I said, hey, we don't have that guy. We don't have that dude that can do it. I said, we'd be lucky to have a guy with 10 and several guys with 6 or 7, and we don't have that.
Brandon Manning joining us. We'll do a little good, bad, and ugly, Brandon, from the 2-2 week, and I'll start with Ethan Norby on the good side of things. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, struck out 9, 2 walks. That's what you want from Ethan Norby.
Oh yeah, that's the Ethan Norby we were expecting. But can he do it 2 games in a row?
Yeah,
it's been what's been going on with him so far this year. Hey, I can't get it 2 games in a row.
Brandon, you sound exasperated with this team.
No. Load a grill in the back of a trailer to take it to church so I can cook for the D.H. Conley seniors tomorrow morning.
Okay, so you got multiple things.
Take it to Winterville, for a baseball game that I have.
Okay, sorry, man.
Sounds exhausting.
And talk to Clip Brock. I mean, I'm trying my best here, Clip.
All right, well, Bryce Williams is here. He can talk to him. He'll calm you down a little bit.
Look who decides to grace us with his presence.
What's up, Bryce?
Hey.
How we doing?
Splendid.
We'll talk some football with you coming up in a moment. BMann 11-0 first time out against ODU. Do you need to see something similar tonight, or will a win be sufficient?
Well, again, you need to see the ball. I mean, I put up a thing about Jamie Page a few days ago, and a year he had a game, 7 doubles or something like that, crazy one game. Jamie Page never hit the ball out of the park. Maybe 2 home runs career. But he found the barrel, and the barrel got him on base. That's what these guys got to start doing. Literally, there's not a lot of controlled swings, in my opinion. There's a lot of selfish swinging going on at times, which you can't really not go out there to try to swing hard at least once or twice. But at the same time, you're playing for the Pirates, so give the Pirate fans a couple of swings and get on base. Nobody's asking you to hit home runs every time. If they are, they're mistaking this because that's not our game, and that's not who we're trying to be.
Brandon, we got South Florida coming up, and they were able to salvage their series against UAB 7-8 in conference play, 2 games back of the Pirates. Pirates win 2 last weekend and have a good opportunity to win another series coming up.
That's right. I think they'll be fine. I think we need some sweeps. We really, really need some sweeps. I don't know how to get that and how to, say, hey, this is what we're working on. But by God, we better start sweeping the ball, sweeping the game a little bit here and there.
Just not a lot of sweeps overall in this conference this year in the American. All right, B-Man, we'll let you get to your game and your grilling and everything.
All right, 10-4, man. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, we'll see you.
See you later.
He said he'll be in studio next week. So
Nice.
We'll see
Good
you,
on
man.
God, I thought he was like mad. He's flustered, out
Yeah.
of breath.
Yeah, it sounded like he was pissed at his baseball team, but really he was pissed at everything else going on around him, apparently.
Trying to load a grill while talk on the radio.
I got a load of grill. I'm going to church. I'm grilling chickens. Man, I'm thirsty. Can you grab me a water real quick, Jarrett?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. You want one, Bryce? That would be wonderful.
Yeah. Hey, a couple of waters for the
Thanks,
boys.
man.
Hey, don't knock yours over.
You know what's interesting, which I've said I'm not a baseball guy, but like Brandon says, selfish swinging, trying to hit home runs every time. I mean, in my thoughts was I thought that's what we're like you do in baseball. You try to hit home runs.
There's situations though. You got a man on, 2 men in scoring position.
Like what depicts a home run? I mean, I guess a home run is harder, but like, don't you just swing?
There are situations where you want to move a runner over because it's more likely, Bryce, if you swing as hard as you can, you're less likely to make contact than if you were swinging a little lighter.
So I guess
you understand that?
Just sort of. I don't know. It's weird. I feel like that would. I don't know. You just.
Yeah, it's situational. It's there's some waters there. What are you doing? What is that?
What is that?
There.
I found something else in the fridge.
Oh man, is it cold?
Oh goodness gracious!
Something chilly. What is that thing
Is that
there?
a painting of me?
Why would anybody do a? Oh my goodness gracious!
Look at there.
Take a look at this. YouTube.
Look at that.
We've got Bryce Williams' gloves,
man,
and a Bryce Williams program. And it's a picture of Bryce wearing the gloves, and he has autographed the program, and we have it in a plaque. And
ain't that cool, man?
I am gonna take this home and put it on my wall.
Ain't that awesome?
We're gonna hang this in our wall of fame, Bryce. You have made the wall of fame.
Right on.
So shout out Ellerby, Shenandoah Graphics.
Appreciate you, Ellerby, Shenandoah.
That's beautiful.
Graphics.
Man. That is beautiful.
That's pretty cool. That just pops.
It does, man. The Yeller. Old Yeller.
Ain't that cool?
See, it was supposed to be a bit, and then I was like, Bryce, you want a water? I was like, dang, I actually got to get water.
I thought you were just going to get this. You didn't have to actually get water.
Well, I needed a water. I knew he wanted a water.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got that.
Well, that is cool.
Very cool.
Man, oh man.
Next time Davis comes to the studio and walks down the hall, he'll say, wait, who's that guy?
Yep.
Who's that lady?
Who's that hippie? Who's that lady? That big lady.
She got pretty hair. That big woman got pretty hair. All right, let's take a break. We'll reset. Bryce will hear some audio from our new QBs. You'll get to know Mitch Griffiths and Emory Williams.
Nice.
As we heard from them on Saturday. We got that and more coming your way. Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday after this timeout.
Pirate Fest is back, presented by the City of Greenville and the Downtown Greenville Partnership. Come experience all the family fun Saturday, April 25th in downtown Greenville on 1st Street. It's all happening 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. with a variety of food, drinks, and unique vendors. Plus, of course, pirates. And you can enjoy awesome music from September, the top Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute band in the country, and Spare Change. And as always, our entertainment is free. It's legendary. It's award-winning. It's Pirate Fest. April 25th, downtown Greenville.
Play ball! Greenville, it's time to play ball. The Greenville Yard Gnomes are back, and tickets are on sale now. Bring the whole family out for big hits, wild promotions, and non-stop fun all night long. From fireworks to theme nights, every game is an experience you don't want to miss. Cold drinks, great food, and the best atmosphere in town. Don't wait till it's sold out. Grab your seats now. Get your tickets today at yardgnomesbaseball.com or at the box office.
Hey Pirate Nation! It's your Pirate Cyclist Tony, inviting you to join us in Greenville's 21st Annual Ride of Silence on May 20th at 6 p.m. starting from the Greenville Bicycle Company located on Clark Street. This ride honors cyclists who have been involved in accidents in the past year while riding their bikes. The ride will be a slow 10-mile event with a police escort, and riders are required to wear helmets. For more information, please visit the Greenville Bicycle Company Facebook page, and we'll see you on May 20th.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aiken Crifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
Close your eyes and picture this. Sizzling fajitas hitting the table, fresh seafood bursting with flavor, and a handcrafted margarita waiting in your hand. That's the experience waiting for you at La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood on 10th Street in Greenville. From brunch with friends to a quick lunch break, La Tavara brings the taste of the coast and the heart of Mexico together in every bite. So when you're hungry for something fresh and unforgettable, make it La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood, 10th Street in Greenville, or online at latavara.restaurant.com.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Dixon Williams, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across Eastern North Carolina, where all residents are membership eligible. First Flight members experience in-person service, competitive savings and loan rates, everything from automobile, boat, and home loans. First Flight has you covered. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clipper Up.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Well, Bryce,
we can talk about
it. Look at it this way. ECU finishes the season 7-1 in conference in football, and UAB finishes 6-2. So ECU is the regular season champion, but they lose in the conference championship game. How many champions you got?
Is that in the
Bryce was just asking about the difference between a regular season champ and a tournament champ. And to your point, like we've talked about it with Mac McCarthy a lot, he coached at Tennessee Chattanooga, and they would win their regular season every year in basketball and then lose in their conference championship and not go to the NCAA tournament. And it's not, because the lessons along the way and relationships and all that stuff, but it feels like a wasted year when you play for 4 months, pile up all those wins, and then you lose one game in March by 1 point, and you're left out of the NCAA tournament.
Well, I mean, we saw baseball last year to where UTSA still made it to the regionals.
And you said earlier this week, I believe, that in a projection, you had 2 teams from the American going in.
Yeah, and it's UTSA, UAB.
I mean, that gives me hope that, like, if ECU does turn it on here and finishes first or second in the regular season, they could make a regional still.
Yeah. I think the American Conference is looked favorably upon.
So
and,
what
I mean,
are their-
John Gilbert's on the selection committee or whatever.
I mean, UAB's they're like 1 game better than us. UTSA about 2.5 games, three games better than us. So, like, a sweep here. I mean, we're basically even with them as far as records go. I got to think our strength of schedule is on
24.
par, if not better than those.
I think it's better.
Yeah.
We were top 25 strength of schedule at what 40, mid 40 RPI. Or
Yeah. So as bad as it feels, I mean.
And I think it's just the losing on Sundays. Because, like, that UAB series, that was a good series. But the Sunday game, you lose 11-4. You're left with a bad taste in your mouth.
We come on here on Mondays. You go into the week off a loss.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Would it be different if we lost on Fridays and won every Saturday and Sunday?
I think so.
Yeah. The Pirates are on a 2-game win streak. Yeah. I guess maybe it would. I don't
You're
know.
not feeling, which, I mean, Norby's been pitching on Saturdays. But, I mean, you're not feeling so well about your Friday guy. But you're, I don't know, going into the week.
Bryce, have you heard anything about how the spring football game went Saturday?
I have not.
All right, so I arrived. What time did you get there, Bone? You were earlier
What
than
time
me,
to start?
I'm sure.
1?
Yeah.
I got there 12:40.
I got there about right at 1, and I was like, crap, am I late or am I early? Did I miss the game? Is it the right day? Because they were doing what they call the scuttle, which is 3 defensive guys laying down, 3 offensive guys lined up. They blow the whistle, and then you got 2 guys blocking and 1 guy trying to tackle the ball carrier. So it's a fun drill.
Yeah.
But they're doing that right out of the gate. That's the first thing they're doing at 1 o'clock.
With the crowd.
With the crowd there.
Yeah, I mean, they were doing some drills like 20 minutes prior. They were stretching, warming up.
Warm-ups.
Yeah.
But that was the first, like, physical with a ball thing they did,
Yeah.
I guess. So then Jarrett, so they do that for a while, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then maybe 10 minutes. And then they go to
Wide receiver DB 1-on-1.
wide receiver DB 1-on-1. Did that for
10,
15. Then they went
O-line, D-line 1-on-1.
pass block it. Yeah, O-line, D-line 1-on-1. Another 10. They did some punting.
Yeah.
At some
that was
point
like
in there.
2 to 5 minutes.
Nothing really much there. Any other drills I missed?
I don't think so.
And then they did, is that when they went to offense defense, or was there some before that?
I think that's when they went to offense defense.
Or did they do like some 7-on-7, or what did they do before the end with the red zone?
I don't know. This feels like a year ago.
Yeah, they kind of did, I guess, a traditional scrimmage.
Yeah.
Then they stopped that and did red zone, and that's when they started keeping score. And if the defense held, they got like 4 points, offense, whatever. And that was the spring game. It was like, I guess, watching a practice for the most part. It was interesting. Now, spring games across the country, some teams don't even have them anymore, or like open to the fans. I guess they're so scared that people are going to see plays or personnel. I don't know. For ECU, I heard in the press box on Saturday they had 9 healthy offensive linemen. So that would explain to me why they didn't have a traditional game. They probably didn't, God forbid you lose another one, but and you didn't have enough to kind of split the teams or whatever. So that could be one of the reasons they went that route. But yeah, it was interesting. It was not kind of what I was expecting out there.
Did it kind of deflate everybody's?
It was pretty boring, but I was trying to think anyway. Like, usually the spring game's boring anyway. Let's be honest. I'm reminded every year that it's a boring game, and we were. Hey, you want to see contact? We were able to see it in the first drill. We were also able to see it. They were popping during the dang goal red zone period. I mean, they were hitting
outside quarterback,
right? And we got to see the one-on-one, even the pass blocking stuff. Boring to most probably, but you were able to see. Okay, and I was sitting beside Name Redacted, and he knows the personnel much better than I do at this point. I'll be honest, but. he was like, yep, that guy's a freshman. And he would just get like blown off the ball. And then it would be Brandon Best, who's been at 3 schools and played for a while, and he would just manhandle his defensive guy. So you could definitely see differences of who's been around and who is still getting their feet wet kind of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
y'all had.
We had normal like scrimmage. Normal scrimmage game, which was super fun. Enjoyed it. With the officer with the fans there. You haven't had any reaction to big plays really for all of spring and then until the last game of the season. So I always look forward to the spring game because one, it was always offense. You didn't have to wait for an opposing team to like do anything. So we just did offense, defense the whole time.
And I feel like there was probably confusion in the stands, too, because it was not announced what they were going to do. So they were probably like, and it was really hot.
It's confusion to us.
Yeah.
It's like, when's the game going to get going?
I was thinking, are they doing a game? Are we going to be out here for 5 hours? What is happening?
I think we were like an hour 20 in, and I had intern Zach on the other side of the field, and I'm like, I'm just going to walk over to him. I went up to him and Luke Schwartz. I'm like, when's the game going to get going? They're like, there's not enough healthy, like anybody to separate into 2 teams. I'm like, okay, so it's just this? And they're like, probably. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I had a good time. It was fun, really hot.
Which is interesting how it's funny. I'd like to remember when they started like actually separating the team. I remember just going offense versus defense and rolling that.
Well, different coaches do different things. I like the draft format. Cliff does that. And ECU baseball with the purple gold fall ball World Series. And I like that part of it. And I feel like that's been done with football as well. But, you'd have to separate them evenly and stuff. But, again, even if you do that, I mean, it's Pirates versus Pirates. It can only be so much fun for fans out there.
Yeah.
Because we want to see them rip the head off of an opponent, not each other.
Yeah. There's really nothing to cheer for.
Yeah. I mean, there was some big plays on the one-on-ones. That Melvin, we got a big 6'4", 5" receiver from Wake Forest who had a beauty. Our camera, whoever got that.
That was me.
Great shot, dude.
Thank you.
Perfect shot of Melvin making a great one-handed catch on the sideline.
I'm going to have to see that.
You were right there on it.
Is it that fun?
Huh?
Is that fun?
No. It was the work phone. But yeah, I was like right next to the ref, and I just get him. Like landing sides, it was tough to track him because he just immediately gets separation, and he just got, good Lord, where is he? So
How'd
fast.
the tight ends look on one-on-ones?
Mason Brown made the most athletic play that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Is that number 4? That's number 40?
45.
Yeah, the one that you were talking crap about last year.
Are you old enough to remember Chris Cooley at all? Redskins tight end.
I think.
I remember
because
he looked like Chris Cooley on that play to me. He wore 47, but maybe it was the armbands or something. I was like, man, okay, I would like to see more of that.
There we go. That'd be cool if he kind of. So no, he's a walk-on from what I remember. So it'd be cool to see him kind of slip into the.
Somebody kick a wire.
Oh, it might have been me. My feet.
Yeah.
I felt like I got hooked.
That'd be cool, to see him kind of maybe slip into that role. I know I heard good things about him, earlier in the spring. So
they brought in some guys, but he is the returner. He is.
Yeah.
He does know the. I was going to say know the system, but we have a new offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's very same.
Similar. Let's hear from the quarterbacks. But before we do, Shirley, can we hear cut 2 from Blake Harrell when he was asked what he saw from the QBs?
They took care of the football. I think I said that a few weeks back. Somebody asked me what was the most important thing to me about quarterbacks and who was going to jump ahead of the other guy. And to me, it's like, hey, how can those 2 guys help us win? And I think taking care of the football, and both of those guys did that today. I thought they're getting better in the RPO game. They look more comfortable as compared to a week ago. So I think they're doing a better job of running the offense overall. And obviously still got a long ways to go.
All right, Bryce, you got Mitch Griffiths, the old savvy veteran. You got Emory Williams, who is a younger QB, who looks more like if there's going to be a stud out of the group with him just because of his height. He is taller.
Yeah.
And a little longer. But we'll start with Mitch, and this guy talks like a veteran. He was fun to talk to the other day. Cut 1, what's the biggest difference between ECU and his previous stops?
I think it's the same as every stop. Every stop has its new challenges, new adventures. I think just growing close with the guys in the locker room. That's always a challenge when you're someone new in an environment where people are so familiar. But these guys have made it so easy for me, just being great guys. It's a great locker room. I've made some awesome friends. I'll be friends for the rest of my life, and it's been a great start for sure.
Cut 4, Shirley, what should ECU fans know about you?
Man, personally, just a competitor. Like, I love to play football. It's my favorite thing to do in the world. I wake up every single day, and it's competing is what gets me out of bed. So I love to compete. I love to play with my guys and be a part of something bigger than myself. So I think just fans, I guess, could expect a guy that's competitive, fiery. It's going to play my ass off every single Saturday.
All right, cut 7. How much has Emory Williams pushed you? How much have you pushed him in the QB competition?
I think it's both. You know, I've been in a quarterback battle every single year of college. I think any quarterback in college football is always in a quarterback battle, and I think the biggest thing is just focus on yourself, focus on your reps and your development. But yeah, I mean, he pushes me because he's a good player, and you know, I think I push him because we both have success in our offense, and we've made some good plays, and we help each other out when we don't see something great or have questions for each other. So I think we both push each other real well. He's a fun dude to share the room with for sure.
I do like that he said he's been in a quarterback battle every year of college, so neither one of these guys are coming in thinking they're going to be annoyed at the job.
Yeah.
Emory Williams hasn't started. He's tried to
sat behind Carson Beck.
And Cam Ward too, or just Carson Beck? Yeah, I think both, right?
Yeah.
So even if he was in a battle, he probably knew he wasn't going to start. But both of these guys are hungry, and I do like that part of it. Finally, from Mitch, cut 8, Shirley, in terms of the spring, what are you happy with? What needs to improve moving forward?
I don't know if I'm ever happy with my game. I'm very hard on myself. I think all areas, just getting more comfortable with the guys and being more efficient in the passing game and cleaning up my footwork, cleaning up my progressions, and just making sure, you know, by the time fall comes around, I'm a machine and not just I'm reacting and playing football and not thinking. So I'm really excited for the summer. I'm really excited for the grind we're about to go on as a team for the next 3-4 months. And, man, I'm really, really excited for September 5th. So it's going to be awesome.
All right. I'll say this. We talk about coaches, like, winning the press conference. He talks like a starting quarterback at a D1 school.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. Yeah. All right. What time do you need to leave, Bryce?
Maybe 12 minutes.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll hear from Emory Williams and go Pirate Radio Outdoors with Bryce Williams. When we return, back with you after this. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $11.99. Plus Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are just $3.49. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas, also just $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson, with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen in Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr! Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This April, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Forester base at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Lease it for $269 a month for 36 months. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville, a proud official partner of the ECU Pirates. Price does not include licensing costs or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires April 30th, 2026.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
This is Chandler Honeycutt from Pirate Radio Live, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Your dream home starts with an unshakable foundation. At Unshakable Builders, they don't just build houses, they build trust. From blueprint to keys, their expert team is with you every step of the way. You dream it, they build it. Visit unshakablebuilders.com to start your journey home the right way. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Clay. Yeah, you got it.
Hey, I heard
back with you, Pirate Radio.
Teaching y'all Zebulon culture.
Yeah.
I tell you, old Zebulon, you got a Smithfield's barbecue there.
Yeah. Bryce may have just found a new fishing hole. Maybe you shouldn't talk too much about
Bun's hole.
All right.
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory hole. Very low percentage.
Thank you, Jerry.
No glory hole at Bun Lake. I will say that.
All right.
Maybe.
I want me some glory hole.
Back to our new Blue Pirate report. Emory Williams, Pirate QB, was asked how his transition to a new offense and a new team has been. Cut 2.
It's been an experience, kind of leaving late and then getting in here. It's a lot, trying to pick a lot of things up on the fly, and so this was a good spring for me to sit there and learn and even watch Mitch. Mitch is a great player, and he has a great feel for the offense, and so kind of learning and picking up tips from him. And so having this spring was very important, and then going forward in the summer and to fall camp would be good.
All right, Ray Joseph, we're excited about him. Transfer receiver from Miami. Just like Emory Williams, he was asked about his connection to Ray since they both come from the U. Cut 3.
I think every quarterback would say having a guy that you're just on the same page with. I've been throwing to Ray for 4 years now, and so it's simple, Vert's concept that we just had the same page on, and we missed on a similar concept during a practice, and so when we get there, watch the tape, make the corrections, and so it paid off for us today, and we needed it. So it's very relieving to know that you just got a guy out there on the same page for every place.
So in Miami, going to the national championship, when did the portal open? Was it like the day after, Jared, or
something like that,
and
or maybe before?
So it's a very quick process where he's got to keep his head into what he's doing in case his number is called in Miami. Also thinking about what his next step's going to be, and he was asked about that entire process. Cut 6.
Yeah, obviously staying locked in to the championship, doing my due diligence and being locked in just in case my number was called. And then it was a quick turnaround, coming here. And so a lot of decisions had to be made very quickly. And then coming here, it was a lot. It was a lot. But it was certainly an experience and a good life experience. And so moving forward, I'll remember that kind of forever.
And Cut 7, what's your mentality heading into the off season and the football season ahead?
Mentality would be play aggressive, play fast, play physical. That would be my mentality, and sort of inspire the guys, capture the locker room, inspire people, and let them feed off my energy, because I know when I get in a certain mode, I can inspire and have a teammate and have the team around me play better and elevate their game. And so be aggressive would be my mentality.
Shirley, now I talked to Emery on Saturday. The picture we're using looks just like our intern, Thomas Parker. Yeah. Do you see that at all, Bryce?
Very much so.
Yeah. You remember intern Thomas?
Dude, you think that's him?
That's him. We put intern Thomas in and just gave him some shaggy hair. That's crazy. I'm going to have to let him know. He looks like the new Pirate QB. Are these kids getting media trained? Like, I feel like he was a good interview, too.
Well, I mean,
and I feel like everybody we've talked to has been great.
Being at the U,
yeah,
you had to have that coming in.
I wonder if it's just like all these guys are transferring. They've talked to so many coaches and media and everything. Yeah. By this time, they're like trained professionals.
Yeah,
when it comes to it,
and they don't talk a million miles an hour.
Old Hayseed Williams over here. We trying to interview him.
Dag on.
I'm sure there are some old interviews for me. I'd be curious to know.
Shirley, real quick, find the oldest. Go Bryce Williams. See if you can find anything from 2012 or
13, 14.
13. If you can find a 12, that'd be great.
Jeez.
But find a 13, a 12 or 13. Let's hear what Bryce Williams sounded like.
Probably a lot.
Catch the ball in a block.
Yeah, I enjoy what I do.
Back home, man.
What year did you say?
If you could find a 12 or 13, that would be the best. Yeah, hit one of those.
That's real green.
Just to hear what young.
What the coach say, I bring size and whatnot, and I've gotten faster from Coach C's workouts and everything. And I hope to when Jay Jones gets gone, place his shoes and be a great player here.
I mean, that was good. It ain't a lot different than now. I thought that was good.
Guess. Wow,
whenever we get this son of a out here.
You got another one? That was funny. Whenever JJ gets the hell out of here.
Which I was expecting graduation, not ineligibility. But,
Wait, did you set him up?
Yeah.
You got
Test
another
this tomorrow. What do you
think? I think it went pretty well. Like I said, catching the balls, sort of one of the easy parts for me. But, the getting in the tight end and blocking, I still need to work on that. But, I'm getting more and more confident every day, every rep I get at tight end and everything. So I'm pretty excited about it.
You sound good, Bryce.
I feel like I sound like an idiot, but.
Nah. Were you ever, nervous? Do you remember that?
No, I think I was just trying to think.
Yeah.
Which makes me nervous.
I'm the idiot.
Think and talk,
That's tough. Yeah. Hey, I thought it was pretty good.
I don't know why I sound so, hoarse. I sound like I'm, out of.
Well, I mean, it was right after practice.
I probably just got done running gassers.
Yeah, exactly.
It was rough,
Save that one. It was rough,
All right, Pirate Radio Outdoors, brought to you by Strauss Marine. Bryce said if he was not a man of the law, and not man of the law, a man that abides by the law, you could have got you a turkey or two today.
Yeah.
What'd you see him in the wild?
Yeah, I was heading down the road, Dole 258, outside of Kinston, and man, he was just out there clucking around, and he wasn't strutting or anything, but just a long beard, probably 25 yards off the road. And I was like, man, it'd be real nice to be equipped with something to take him home with me. But, I was going about 55 miles an hour, so it wouldn't be safe to stop in the middle of the road. But so that's the best long beard shot I've had since turkey season has come about. But I was able to get out on the boat this weekend at the beach and catch some bonita. They're here for a short time while they make their travel. I guess it's more so up north, and we were able to land a few, about 6, hook into some in about an hour and a half. So it was a good trip. So I didn't.
Are bonita fish big?
Bonita, they could probably, the big ones probably like that 8-pound range. They're probably somewhere around here. They look like a tuna, but just different lines.
Oh, okay.
How far off the sand are you when you?
Not too far. Probably 2 miles, 3 miles. It's like you would say like a near shore, like over the wrecks and stuff. But they're fun fish. They're strong and very good to eat. We had poke bowls that night. So
rice in there?
Rice, edamame, radishes, cucumber.
Man.
I mean, it's a whole just plethora of goodness.
I love when you say
Fresh
that.
fish.
Bryce's boat was good to go because he's always working on it, and if he needs a part, he goes to Stroud's Marine and keeps that thing ready to roll. What's the last thing you bought from Stroud's Marine? What's the last thing you needed found at Stroud's Marine? What have you gotten in the past from there?
It was something with a prop, or I think it was something like with a prop I needed, and by golly, he had it. And like little anodes and stuff, he's got them. I mean, for all sorts of different lower units.
Check out the inventory at stroudsmarine.com, and you can see everything they offer there. Bryce, appreciate you hanging out with us here on a Tuesday. NFL draft coming up this Thursday. We'll have more time to talk about that. We talk about your experience with the draft every year and why you hate the Carolina Panthers, those bums. Maybe we can get into that next week.
Yeah.
But appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for having me.
Bryce Williams and Pirate Radio Outdoors, brought to you by Stroud's Marine. We'll take a break, come back, and get ready to wrap things up. One more segment to go on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Pirate Fest is back, presented by the City of Greenville and the Downtown Greenville Partnership. Come experience all the family fun Saturday, April 25th in downtown Greenville on 1st Street. It's all happening 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. with a variety of food, drinks, and unique vendors. Plus, of course, pirates. And you can enjoy awesome music from September, the top Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute band in the country, and Spare Change. And as always, our entertainment is free. It's legendary. It's award-winning. It's Pirate Fest. April 25th, downtown Greenville.
A new feature menu has arrived at Basil's in Greenville. Basil's new specialty menu is full of great favorable dishes like roast beef melt, creamy beef ziti, chicken hibachi pizza, apple strudel pizza, plus $4.50 margaritas every Tuesday and $3 North Carolina craft beers on Wednesday. Basil's regular menu and favorites are always available for lunch and dinner. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant and pizzeria on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Basil's, pirates supporting pirates.
Attention Eastern North Carolina. This April, it's time to upgrade and save at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Got a lease ending soon? Pull ahead now and we'll waive your last 2 payments when you get into a new ride. Drive today and don't make a payment for 90 days in select models. Plus, score 0% financing on select Jeeps, Rams, and more. Or take advantage of thousands in bonus cash and we'll cover your North Carolina state tax. Inventory is in stock and ready to go. But these offers won't last. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Your home for unbeatable deals. Drive a little, save a lot.
Oh, dude, that home run just busted your windshield.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
You're not worried about it?
Yeah, I've got Brandon Manning and Farm Bureau Insurance.
Hey, Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Phones, Wi-Fi, or email always acting up? Are you afraid of phishing scams, data breaches, or ransomware attacks? Every minute your systems are down, you're losing money. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
When it comes to building or remodeling your home, every detail matters. Hi, this is Kathy Herring with KDL Construction, and we believe great design begins with careful planning and ends with flawless execution. With open communication and a true partnership mindset, we guide you through every step, turning turning your vision into reality. Our goal, to deliver more than a building project. We create an experience that is seamless, stress-free, and inspiring. Visit KDLConstructionLLC.com to start your transformation today. KDL Construction, your vision, our craft.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
This is Jacob Jennings Cowart, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a rough day for the stock market. The Dow was down 293 points and finished at 49,149. The NASDAQ fell 144 points at 259, and the S&P slipped 45 points and ended the day at 7,064. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All right, we ended the show on a positive yesterday. Save the Jeff Hoffman for after what I'm about to talk about.
Okay, sounds good.
Because it's going to be negative, so I want to end on a positive again. And I don't want to be this old curmudgeon guy, but first of all, John Bujagross, who I think, and I was talking to some guys at Trivia last night. I'm not a hockey aficionado, I admit it, but I think he does a good job on social media, growing the game. He does his Bucci overtime challenge and stuff. And from what I gather, is a great studio guy. And I have not been enjoying his play-by-play.
For the Canes?
Yes.
He was the guy last night?
Yes.
Okay, I had a problem with, it was just one thing, it was kind of funny that the woman said.
Okay.
Freddie Anderson made a great save, and she was like, yeah, an old coach of mine said, we shouldn't call it hockey, we should call it goalie.
Okay.
I was like, what?
That's weird.
It doesn't. Let's not call it football, let's call it quarterback.
Sure.
I just thought that was odd.
Okay. He also called at least 2 goals that were not goals.
Yeah, that was it.
And it's tough to see, but I don't know. Maybe let the ref call it first. I don't know, because
I mean, there's like a censor, right?
But I guess it's just hearing all the great announcers from the past. And then also last night, I did not realize this, Jared, until the ride home from the Buck at Sports Trivia, that I still have FanDuel Sports Network, so I could listen to Mike Maniscalco, because they do carry games in the first round, maybe even the second. I'm not sure when the cutoff is, but they do have the local broadcast, so I listen to Maniscalco and Trip Tracy.
Yeah.
But that's a minor complaint. Major complaint here, and it tells you how little basketball I've watched this year. Does anyone like Richard Jefferson on the broadcast?
See, Rockets-Lakers was the only ESPN game this weekend, I believe.
It's the only game I watched.
I didn't watch that one.
So,
I do love Tim Legler.
I like Legs. That's fine. I've been to the airport twice in my life, and I saw him once. He's my celebrity sighting at the airport in Miami. Richard Jefferson was just super annoying. I don't know. Do people like Richard Jefferson? I would love to know. I Googled during the break. I didn't want you to see it. Do people like Richard Jefferson? And it says, opinions on Richard Jefferson as NBA commentator and analyst are heavily divided, ranging from fans who find him humorous, no, and insightful, maybe, to critics who find his commentary annoying and biased. Many appreciate his modern perspective and witty personality, people criticize his analysis on air persona. I also saw him interview Con Knipple, and he's trying to do this comedy thing.
Yeah, see, I'm like, hey, we have fun on this show. We make jokes, but that's what this platform is for.
Sure.
Like,
We're not
daily
doing
radio
play-by-play.
show. Yeah, if I'm watching an NBA playoff game, I'm not trying to hear your, tight 5 set, Richard.
And if the guy is legitimately funny, he can do it, but like he's not. He's trying to be something he's not. And I just found him super annoying. And
Like, if you're telling a story that's kind of funny since he played, you
Yeah.
know, like trying to relate to the game. But if you're just, talking about LeBron bringing the ball up the court and making a joke, I'm not here for it.
Jamie says Richard Jefferson is a know-it-all. John Moody says they only do the first round of the playoffs on TV. Thank you, John. I just think he's trying to be George Carlin while I'm watching a game, and he's the furthest thing from it.
Yeah.
And then last night, the play-by-play guy was okay. I don't even know who it is. What was it? NBC Peacock. Who did we say was the? I didn't recognize.
It was Scalabrini and Austin Rivers.
Well, those were the color guys. I don't know who the
Michael Grady.
Yeah, I think that was it. I thought it was PJ Carlissimo. It was like a deep, scratchy voice guy, and we're trying to figure out. I guess it was Scalabrini. I don't know. I didn't recognize his voice.
It sounded a lot like Doc Rivers, but I've heard Austin Rivers talk recently, and he does not sound like his father.
But my thought is, and I guess I am out of touch when it comes to the NBA. Who are these guys doing playoff games? Do we not have enough good announcers?
Well,
for Prime, we had Ian Eagle and freaking Harlan calling games. It was awesome.
I think it's on so many platforms now that they're kind of stretched thin.
Yeah, that is one issue then with all these platforms. The calling of the games. I heard a lot of complaints about D. Wade and was it Candace Parker or something?
What were they calling?
That was another game Saturday that I didn't hear.
And that's I think it's good to have one former player, but I feel like we need broadcasters. We don't need, Scalabrini and Austin Rivers. We don't need D-Way and Candace Parker.
I agree with
We
that.
don't need Legler and Jefferson. I mean, we need Legler. He's great.
Get Jefferson out of there.
What's with the 3 people booths now? Like, it used to just be 2. A lot of the times it is 2.
Hey, what's with the 3 people booths?
What is the deal with the 3 people booths?
I don't know, man.
Mike Breen and Tim Legler, that's must listen to. If you add in Richard Jefferson, it's mute and let's turn on the speaker.
Scalabrini overrated, says Jamie. Love Reggie Miller calling games.
Unless it's a Nick game.
Reggie Miller is a little Collinsworth-ish to me. I don't love Reggie Miller calling games. I'll be honest.
That's true.
Not a big Reggie Miller. I like Reggie Miller, but I don't like him calling games. I can't quite put my finger on why. But
who's your favorite ECU broadcaster?
What do you mean?
Out of the 3.
Who are the 3?
Jim Zoki, Dylan Johnson, Darren Vaught. I feel like that's an easy one.
Yeah. Well, the obvious answer would be the veteran and the esteemed Jim Zoki.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even think he's not a traditional play-by-play guy.
True.
Even what he does is different than a lot of play-by-play guys you hear. Honestly think they're all 3 pretty good at what they do.
Yeah.
Like Dylan has found his groove, I think, with baseball. Darren to do what he does by himself is pretty impressive. Is very impressive. I'll say Jim Zoki because his rapport with Kevin, Andrew, or really whoever he works with, he is so good playing off somebody, and I love him. I do love him calling games, but it's very different than a traditional play-by-play guy.
Yeah. I don't listen to the games. I'm at most of them. So I want to get your opinion.
Yeah, I hear quite a bit driving to and from the station, like after the post-game, pre-game, whatever. We will talk to Jim Zoki next week on Pirate Radio, recapping the Panthers draft and maybe some spring football.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll talk to Jim next week. Jimmy said clip on to Walt Frazier calling games. Who would I like? So I think Bill Raftery's kind of brings some comedy into it sometimes. So I don't mind a comedy aspect.
Yeah.
But Richard Jefferson's trying way too hard.
I mean, like Gus Johnson and Eric Collins can be funny, but like they're more characters than trying to be funny. That's just kind of their personality.
Eric Collins, I would like to interview him because I want to tell him that. I want to tell him personally that I thought at first it was an act.
Yeah, but then you hear him call like a Penn State game, and it's like, oh.
I mean, and he's been doing it a while now, and he has not lost any kind of energy calling Hornets games. Nope. So I want to talk to him one day and just ask him what is his deal? How is he able to do that? It's incredible.
Why are you
the way you are? That's what I want to know. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just out of touch when it comes to these basketball announcers. Like, where's my Doug Collins? They did a Costas Collins retro game this year on Peacock. I saw they had like throwback graphics and stuff.
I just think
not sure what's going on.
I just think it's all gotten out of hand, and I mean, everybody's trying to be like Pat McAfee and Barstool now. It's
maybe
we have that. I want you to be you.
Yeah. Jamie says Grant Hill calls a good game.
Yeah.
3-man booth there with Eagle, Hill, and Raft is fine.
I don't mind it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who I would like to hear for NBA games.
I just want to hear Mike Breen every game. Doc Rivers wasn't bad when he was on there, and I hope he goes back to it. Doris Burke kind of ruined it. Not a fan of Doris Burke.
I don't hate Doris Burke. I think she has good insight with what she says. I know some people are just annoyed by her voice.
I think that might be it.
The voice.
Oh no! What's going on here? Oh!
Del Curry's good.
He's great. He's good paired up with Eric Collins.
Yeah.
Because you don't want two guys screaming.
No. So. And that's why I don't like when they make Eric Collins go do like regular Prime games. It's like, hey man, let's keep it Collins, and Del Curry's employed by Prime too.
Well, you know what that means. Pretty soon he's going to be getting bigger and bigger jobs. He's going to be doing playoffs.
Well, he called that Penn State Indiana game.
Yeah.
With the amazing catch.
Oh yeah. So he's only going to get bigger and bigger.
It's a shame. It's a damn shame.
All right, Jabone. We'll see you Wednesday.
Yep.
3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Thank you, intern Avery. Thank you, Shirley Rhodes, as always. We'll see you mañana. And thank you to the fine people on our YouTube chat tuned in on the radio. Shout out to the SoundClouders out there.
Oh, yeah.
The podcast downloaders. The folks watching on YouTube on a random-ass Saturday night. However you consume Pirate Radio, we appreciate you. We will see you Wednesday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. For the crew, I'm Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate